In England under-21s, though, they're away at Serbia in Euro 21 qualification, and it's been confirmed that Southampton defender Taylor Harwood-Bellis will start for England under-21s today. The England under-21s captain. And Wales have equalised just before half-time against Armenia away in their Euro qualifier, the senior side. It is a big game for Wales. Three Bournemouth players start. David Brooks is one of them, Kiefer Moore and Chris Mepham. Portsmouth's Joe Morrell is on the substitutes bench, but it is currently 1-1 at half-time in that game. So we'll cross over to your commentary teams then. First of all, AFC Tottenham against Havant and Waterloo. That one, BBC Sounds and Smart Speaker. And there's a link on the BBC Sport website and app. Your summariser, Louis Langdown. Your commentator is Cliff Pledge. Elsewhere on all BBC Radio Solent frequencies, on BBC Sounds Online in Dorset and the Smart Speaker, and a link to the BBC Sport website and app. Eastleigh against Altrincham in the National League. Your summariser is Wayne Shaw. Your commentator is Luke DaCosta.
Team, yes, absolutely. We are here at the Silver Lake after a week of, well, let's face it, crazy up and down weather. It's nice to see what I was going to say, a relatively dry afternoon. But it's not. It's raining. Yeah, it's drizzling. I just had to confirm with Wayne, actually, to make sure it was raining, because from our commentary position, Wayne, you can see like a gentle, light sprinkling of rain coming down onto the pitch, but it's hard to tell, really, but it is raining.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're the one with the glasses. You should be able to see better than me, Luke, to be fair, but it's a little greasy surface. It'll be a good day for the old sliders today, mate.
Absolutely. Got my glasses on. Didn't bring my binoculars, though. Absolutely failed on that.
We're not that high up, mate.
We're not that high up. As you can hear, the teams now coming out, the mini Spitfires, the mascots, making a nice little tunnel at the player entrance exit. Now they're just strolling out onto the pitch. Eastleigh in their blue shirts, blue shorts, blue socks. Altrincham in the red shirts with the white stripes on the front, black shorts, red and white socks, both sides. Now just lining up horizontally, facing the dugouts for the handshake. The mascots as well and the referees.
Number 2, Lewis Banks. 3.
And we get the announcement of who is in the squads. We'll recap the team news in just a mo. That's the old team news. Just sharing my team news here with Wayne. This is the new team news.
That's your one.
It's my one. There we are.
Top man.
Both Eastleigh and Altrincham fans now finding their voice ahead of the game, making a bit of noise around the stadium. We look at the away stand, lots of visiting fans clapping, got their winter coats on, got their bobble hats on. What are you thinking, Wayne, looking at the lineup?
Yeah, well, mate, I'm just looking at their keeper. What a unit.
That is a big
It looks like he's just come working off the motorway, and he's about 6'6", mate, and he's built like a brick.
You know what?
Size of him, mate. Wow, Ethan Ross.
If we look at their left midfielder as well, number 2, Lewis Banks, he is it's their right back, absolute beast as well. These are some tall lads for Altrincham.
They're big
in
side,
the back
mate,
four.
aren't they?
Big units. Look, they've been to a CrossFit gym for a few months. They are absolutely ready for this one. They are up for it. Spitfires, as we said earlier, if we're going to recap, a little bit of a preview, a bit streaky of late with the results, not quite managing to get those results they need. Meanwhile, Altrincham, well, unbeaten in their last 10 league matches. I mean, there's not much more you can say about that. Arrive here on the south coast with absolutely terrific form. The stronger team, probably on paper as well. The Robins flying high with a decent away record as well. I mean, Wayne, we were talking about it earlier, weren't we? There's not much between the teams around the middle of the table. You can't put really a cigarette paper between them, can you?
No, definitely, mate. And Chesterfield are, they're the side on song at the moment, and they've set the standard for everyone else to follow. But like you say, mate, around that, I think we could drop down 3 or 4 places if we lose today. But if we win, we can consolidate and look to catch these boys up that are sat pretty in 5th place, mate.
Absolutely. Okay, we are just about to get underway. Altrincham in the red and black from right to left. They're going to kick off. Eastleigh in their full blue block-out strip, ready to go. Talking about absolute units, Paul McCallum, Eastleigh striker, he's a bimming unit as well, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a few boys, mate. There's let's hope the ball's on the ground and not in the air to these big lads.
Absolutely. So we're underway. Altrincham have kicked off and just passed the ball out to the far side along the halfway line and tried to pump a long ball down the right channel, and it's just rolled out for an Eastleigh throw. Altrincham fans in the new stand here at the Silver Lake Stadium making a bit of noise early on, getting their chants going.
Yeah, I think they've got about 80 or 90 over there, mate. Might have touched 100, but that's not a bad turnout.
It's not a bad travelling.
Manchester.
It's a long old trip, isn't it?
Certainly is, mate.
Eastleigh on the ball now, here on the near side, just over halfway. Pump a ball down the right channel. That's a great ball, and it's just skipped a little bit too far for Jake Taylor, who was trying to run onto the ball. Picked up by the Altrincham keeper Ethan Ross quite handily in his bright yellow fluorescent kit. Full on fluorescent, that is, Wayne. Ever worn a fluorescent kit like that?
I think I did once, but it wasn't a very good fit on me, mate.
There we are, Altrincham on the ball, bringing it out from the back with the ball halfway into their own half, just passing it between themselves at the back four. Now down the right channel. Strong on the ball. That's Chris Clark for Altrincham. Passes it across the middle. Now that's picked up by Elliot Osborne here on the near side. Altrincham now working into Eastleigh's half. Just trying to find a bit of space. Nice back heel from the Altrincham midfielder. Cross comes in from the left side on the outside of the box, but it was charged down by an Eastleigh defender, and then on the rebound it was the Altrincham midfielder Chris Clark again, just hitting the side netting. Not much doing at the moment, only a couple of minutes in, 0-0, Wayne Shaw.
No, good passage of play there from Altrincham, and tidy, passed it around and got in behind us, and a shot at goal, but lucky side netting.
Goal kick Eastleigh. If we're going to compare goalkeeper kits, I mean, it's only fair to say, and the Eastleigh keeper's in a racing green goalkeeper kit, much nicer than the fluorescent yellow.
Oh, mate, yeah, but at least he'll be seen in the dark, mate.
Goal kick comes up to halfway. It's nodded on by Paul McCallum. Altrincham pick up. Foul just on the edge of the centre circle. It's going to be an Altrincham free kick, I think, but we will soon find out. In their 10 previous meetings between these two sides, the record is even. That's quite interesting. Each side's won 3 of their clashes, and 4 times the games have ended in draws. So pretty even Stevens, Wayne.
Yeah, that's not bad. Bad stat, mate. Hopefully we can win today. They've started well, Altrincham, to be fair. They passed it around. They've now got a corner.
Altrincham definitely having more of the possession and started the brighter of the two sides in these opening 5 minutes, 4-5 minutes, and as Wayne says, Altrincham now with a corner on the far side as the rain just drizzles down here a little at the Silver Lake, and yeah, it feels like it's getting dark quite quickly. The scoreboard, the brightest light around the stadium. Corner's taken short. Tried to whip one in the mixer.
Goal kick.
Charged down and deflected off an Altrincham player. Goal kick Eastleigh.
Look, I don't think the scoreboard is as bright as the keeper's kit, though. Do you, mate?
No, I think you're right there.
He certainly wants to stand out, that fella.
He's ready for a late game, isn't he? He's ready for a 9 o'clock kickoff. Big dude, though. Big dude. Right, goal kick Eastleigh. Referee Dean Watson in charge today. Been in charge of 8 matches this season in all competitions. And the goal kick comes, well, sailing down the pitch to halfway through the Altrincham half, and Eastleigh pick up. Then an Eastleigh player is fouled by an Altrincham player, and it's a free kick Eastleigh from, well, a pretty nifty spot on the near side, probably about 10 yards outside the Altrincham box here. Wayne, pretty dangerous spot early on.
Yeah, Magic Man Maguire. It's got to be whipped in the box. Let's see what delivery Chris can come up with here.
Right, the magic foam is down. Only a 2-man wall. Number of Eastleigh players on the far sides of the box. Going to charge in here. Cross comes in, a little curler, and it sails over everybody closest to the head of an Altrincham defender, and it goes out for a goal kick. Nice little set piece. Just a shame he couldn't get a blue shirt on the end of that. Looked dangerous.
Definitely, mate. Nice delivery. Yeah, just like I say, just over far stick. There should have been someone coming in behind there. But
and it is the danger man, isn't it, Chris Maguire, as you highlighted there. He's been absolutely on fire for Eastleigh so far this season. He's an absolute mainstay of the side. They really need him to perform today. Eastleigh pick up the loose ball midway through their own half. Pass it across the centre circle. Out to the far side. Lots of red Altrincham shirts shutting down Eastleigh players. certainly come with a lot of energy, Wayne.
Yeah, they're compact, aren't they? They're they're and they're, you know, as a unit as well. And when they get the ball, mate, they're looking to play as well.
Now Eastleigh passing it out from the back with the ball down here on the near side. Lee Hodson passes to Chris Maguire. Downside on the near side touchline, just in front of the dugout. Intercepted by Altrincham, who regain possession. Who pass it back to their two central defenders and now start passing out and down the right far side of the pitch, just approaching the halfway line. So just to recap a little bit of that detail then, so yep, Dean Watson's in charge. Total of 31 cards he's given in 8 games, 2 reds. That was one to the Scotland international John Fleck in an under-21 Sheffield United game, but he's dished out 8 cards in that match against Reading. He's awarded 3 penalties this season. Looks like a little bit of a dangerous move from Altrincham there, switching the ball from the far side to the near side and charging down this down the left wing. Who's that? Their number 10. He's pretty speedy, Wayne, isn't he? Chris Clark. I've mentioned him about 3 times.
You have, mate.
He's a mini dude, but he has some wheels on him. Great acceleration. The ball was just a little bit too fast for him. Skipped off the surface. And
offside as well, mate. So
offside, you've got it.
He was
Flags
probably
up.
too quick for that.
Not rapido enough. Still 0-0 here at the Silver Lake. Nearly 10 minutes gone. No, nowhere near 10 minutes gone. Nearly 7 minutes gone. Eastleigh on the ball halfway through the Altrincham half. That's a nice pass down the left channel by Eastleigh. Ball comes into the box. Oh, I'm trying to find out who that was. Who was that, Wayne? Number 20 for Eastleigh, absolute unit. Scott Quigley, the central defender, was the only Eastleigh player in the Altrincham box, but he got sandwiched between 2 Robins defenders. Felt like he was going to rise up for that header.
Brilliant, mate. Yeah, great move. Oscar Rutherford steaming down the left-hand side, cut in on his right foot and ball across. And like you say, Quiggers has just been sandwiched between 2 centre-halves, mate, who's
positive from Eastleigh. Positive from Eastleigh that. They've grown into this game in the last few minutes because Altrincham, I know it's early on, but the first 2-3 minutes certainly look to be on the front foot with that motivation, with that speed in their heels, and but Eastleigh have certainly taken the initiative the last few minutes, growing into this game gradually. The Altrincham keeper now hoofs one from his own area down the field to the near side, and it's headed out by an Eastleigh player. Throw in to Altrincham, halfway into the Eastleigh half here on the near side. Ludwig Franzlet receives the throw in. He's intercepted. Now Eastleigh have the ball halfway through the Altrincham half and they're bringing it forward. This is nice play from Eastleigh. They're working that far left side. Jake Taylor on the ball now. Eastleigh just trying to find a way through, passing it amongst themselves, patient here in the Altrincham half, but Altrincham have intercepted just at the halfway line and are now bringing it down the near side left wing. The ball is held up. Eastleigh with enough blue shirts back to force Altrincham onto their heels. They now switch the ball from the near side to the far side. They're firing it all over the park here, Wayne, aren't they? There was a long ball.
Yeah, zipping it around, but a misplaced pass there for our throw. But yeah, they are they're passing with a bit of quality as well, mate, aren't they?
Yep, absolutely. And it's out for an Eastleigh throw in now. No real shots or attempts on goal in these opening 9 minutes. Altrincham now, that's a great save by the Eastleigh keeper. Here's me saying no real attempts on goal, and from the throw-in on the near side, halfway into the Eastleigh half, Altrincham with a really nice move, couple of passes, found a runner just coming into the edge of the box on the near side, left-footed strike, hit first time, bit central, good tall save from the Eastleigh keeper Joe McDonnell.
Yeah, mate, that was from our throw as well, and we lost possession and they were in, and great save from Joe. But one of them you expect him to make. Absolutely.
Altrincham from the corner, another short corner, whip it in, left-footed cross, but it's hoofed away by an Eastleigh defender and out for an Altrincham throw on the far side. This is a good start to this game, good start. Lively from both teams. 0-0, nearly 10 minutes gone. Altrincham flying high, they're the team to beat in this game, come into the match with a heckload more form than Eastleigh. 10 games unbeaten. Eastleigh could do with getting a really, really strong win to kickstart their campaign as we approach the midway part of their season. Eastleigh with the ball on the near side here at the halfway line. Intercepted by Altrincham. They're pickpocketing Eastleigh at the moment, Wayne. A couple of times now, Eastleigh have been dispossessed. Lee Hodson, the Eastleigh midfielder, trying to figure out where to throw this ball in, trying to find an option. Throws it deep down the near side here, but it's headed away by the Altrincham defenders, and then they switch the ball to the far side and have the ball in space. Lewis Banks now bringing the ball up for Altrincham, passes across to Jake Cooper in midfield. They cross the halfway line, and it's Cooper and Banks passing between themselves, being shut down by blue shirts, and it's a foul by the looks of things, and Eastleigh players chopped down what looks like either Lewis Banks or Jake Cooper from Altrincham on that far side, just by the halfway line. Referee blows his whistle, and we're going to have a free kick.
Yeah, Jake Taylor's just lifted a little bit in, but I don't think he's really caught him. He's played for the foul and he's got it. That's about all it was, mate.
Altrincham with the ball, halfway into their own half, patiently passing it between themselves. Now Altrincham about 15 yards outside the Eastleigh box, central position, dribbling the ball, intercepted by Eastleigh. Eastleigh pick up. Oh, it's getting a bit scrappy here now. Altrincham with a strike from just outside the box, but it's charged down by an Eastleigh defender. That's really strong defending there from Eastleigh, who now are coming in the other direction. What can they do here now? Eastleigh on the far side. Whipper, big looping cross into the box, headed down by Paul McCallum.
Yes, Quiggers! Get in there!
And it's a goal for Eastleigh. Woo! Eastleigh take the lead. Absolutely against the run of play. Scott Quigley. The ball was headed down near the penalty spot by Paul McCallum into the path of Scott Quigley. Took a touch. The big defender strikes low and into the left corner of the net. The fluorescent Ethan Ross in the Altrincham goal in his fluorescent jersey could do nothing about that. The ball skipped away from his long arm. What a start. Totally against the run of play, Wayne.
Yeah, definitely, mate. We've had a few good passages of play, but, you know, they've had the best shot on target, a great save, but what a great move, mate. Confidence, and Maguire, he's found fast stick. McCallum, who's nodded it down to Quigley started it off, and what a great finish, bottom right hand corner, and the keeper, no chance. What a great finish and a great goal.
What a great start. Just approaching the 13-minute mark, and Eastleigh have taken the lead over Altrincham. It's 1-0, and that was a really well worked goal. You've got to say, Eastleigh looked like they were going to score. It really opened up for them. The ball was fizzed into the box. Well, it wasn't fizzed in, it was a looping cross, and there was a lot of space, and it was I think it was a 2-on-2 situation, or at least 2 Eastleigh players versus 3 Altrincham players, but that's a decent matchup. And when you get the ball headed down into your path and right to your feet like that, really you've got an absolute golden opportunity to make the most of it. And Eastleigh are now on the ball again here at the near side. A lot of energy on the field. It's early days, but they are feeling themselves, and that is a beautiful ball from Chris Maguire that looped through to just to the edge of the box.
Jake Taylor's first touch, mate. Could have let it go, run through with it, but his first touch
Heavy.
took it back. But mate, it's a great move. Again, Maguire involved.
We're looking good. Eastleigh are looking good. They look confident. Altrincham tried to, well, play the long ball down the left channel, but a bit of miscommunication between the left back and, well, it's that guy again, isn't it? It's Chris Clark. Bit of miscommunication. The ball sails out for what's going to be a goal kick. Eastleigh on top. 1-0 Eastleigh, approaching 15 minutes into this first half. Twing, you've got experience of this kind of stuff being on the field. This is going to give Eastleigh a fair bit of confidence now. I know it's early doors, but when you can go 1-0 up early, it's got to do a lot for you.
Yeah, definitely. If we can just, see out 10 minutes now and stamp our authority, and, it's backs against the wall for them, but we should be playing with confidence because we're doing well, mate.
It's a good start for Eastleigh. The past meeting between these two teams, Eastleigh won 3-2. That was here at the Silver Lake as well. That was back in March. Cairo Mitchell, Christian Mahoma scored after what's been described as a comical own goal by James Jones. I kind of want to go and look for that. I'm sure I can find it on YouTube. Before that, Altrincham had won the previous contests against Eastleigh. They'd won the previous 2. These two sides very evenly matched in the head-to-head. If we're looking at the tail of the tape, if this was a boxing match, that's what they'd say, wouldn't they? A tail of the tape. It would be very even Stevens. Okay, now Altrincham with the ball on the near side, halfway through the Eastleigh half, and this is, well, I was going to say that is pretty superb. It's a pretty superb effort by the Altrincham player Alex Newby. He was dribbling through a few Eastleigh players there, threading the needle, but he was dispossessed and passed back. But Altrincham still on the ball, being pushed back now. Eastleigh with all their blue shirts in their own half. Altrincham just on the edge of their own centre circle side, trying to find a way across. Pass the ball across midfield now on the far side, trying to find a way through. Eastleigh dispossess Altrincham, and they've got the ball in the middle of the park, and it's going to roll out for a throw-in. That looks like, again, we could have had one of those moments, Wayne, where Eastleigh suddenly pick up the ball and start coming charging forward to give themselves another opportunity.
Yeah, great tackle by Maguire, and obviously it fed into our goal scorer, who's tried to play at the right-hand side. I think he did try to go for McCallum, but he just miscued it and out for a throw-in.
Now Altrincham with the ball halfway into their own half, now passing it down to the near side here in front of us, just in front of the dugout. Not being pressed by Eastleigh at the moment, they're being given a little bit of space just to find that ball that they want to send forward. They do like sending the long ball forward, Altrincham. They're not ones to keep it on the floor at the moment, at least, and dribble across halfway and link up a few passes. They want to find that long ball coming through at like a medium height. They're not sailing one up into the air or anything like that, but they're certainly trying to keep the ball off the ground to find their opportunities at the moment. But it's an Eastleigh goal kick. Joe McDonald, the Eastleigh keeper's had that one big save to make so far in this first half. Nearly 20 minutes gone. Eastleigh 1, Altrincham 0. Scott Quigley, the Eastleigh defender, with the goal. A fierce low strike from just inside the box into the bottom left corner of the Robins net. It was Joe McDonald, as I was mentioning earlier, the Eastleigh keeper, who had to make a sterling strong save right down the pipe about 10 minutes ago to deny Altrincham the game's opening goal. Altrincham in possession, the ball halfway through their own half. Again, Eastleigh giving them a bit of space, allowing those red shirts at the back at least to pass between themselves. Not too much hustle, keeping a bit of pressure on, but certainly allowing them to find that longer ball if they want. Eastleigh very happy for them to just pump a ball down the field. Altrincham still locked in their own half here. They can't seem to find a way through. Now Altrincham with the ball about to cross the halfway line.
I think it's a game plan, mate. We're just letting them have it across the back and then forcing them really to make that missed pass. But
it's working, isn't it?
It is at the moment, mate.
It looks good.
Now they got to engage, and that's what we've done, and we've played it out, and there's a bit of space.
Altrincham dispossessed, and Eastleigh, well,
final ball, mate, is
not the best there.
Again, that's our goal scorer who's tried finding McCallum. Yeah. But it's good though, because it's working, and obviously with Maguire.
And it's keeping Altrincham honest, isn't it? You know, it's keeping them on their heels. Okay, Altrincham now with a bit of energy here on the near side, on the edge of the Eastleigh box, and it's well, I'm just trying to find someone. It's Alex Newby who was on the ball on the edge of the Eastleigh box. He's got some really fast wheels on him. He was in possession, but he was beautifully dispossessed by the Eastleigh defender, who robbed him of the ball, and then the crowd cheering that moment. Actually, it looked like Altrincham might be able to force their way into the box there and maybe make a bit of a moment of it, but it was the Eastleigh central midfielder Enzio Baldwin who dispossessed him. I hope I've said his name right and haven't butchered it. The ball around midfield now. Altrincham with a throw-in just over the halfway mark. They throw it back into their own half. Eastleigh can creep into the National League's top 10 with, well, at least a point today. If both Rochdale and Oldham lose, that is. All three teams on 24 points respectively, and occupying those positions just inside and outside the top 10. In the other direction though, 7 teams below Eastleigh only 3 points behind them. So that mid-table is so close in the National League at the moment. It could really go either way. But if we look at the stats, you know, they're good for Eastleigh. Eastleigh have got a really good home record here at the Silver Lake. They've earned more points here at home this season, and they've also scored more goals here at home this season. Maybe not too surprising though, Wayne. Teams generally perform a bit better at home, don't they, with the fans and all that?
Yeah, sometimes it's, you know, our away form's been better than our home form. We managed to get away with one there. I don't think that was a foul, mate. Opportunity.
Yeah, the Altrincham player with the ball
Oscar Rutherford got caught in possession a little bit there and got away with one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Altrincham who had the... it was Justin Amaluzor, their striker, who was dribbling the ball just into the Eastleigh box on the probably about 2 yards outside the 6-yard area. Was well, he ended up on the floor. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but there was a call for a penalty, but no chance. Goal kick Eastleigh. Joe McDonnell boots one downfield, well over halfway. Lands for Altrincham, who pick it up on the far side of the pitch here at the Silver Lake. Just crossing halfway. Altrincham player looking for somewhere to offload, but he's shut down by the Eastleigh defender, and he gets passed back to Joe McDonnell, an Eastleigh goal, who boots one out. Now Eastleigh crossing the halfway line with the ball, and have the ball here on the near side in space. Chris Maguire crosses one into the back post. Oh, wow. He was looking for Paul McCallum at the back post. That was a really nice curling cross from Chris Maguire from the near side. He was trying to pick out Paul McCallum, but the very, very tall Altrincham defender headed away, and it's going to be an Eastleigh corner. Another nice move, Wayne.
Yeah, well defended by Lewis Barnes again. Who was it? It was that man Maguire. He's driving us forward. The place comes alive when he's on the ball, mate, and it's great to see. And that was well defended there. But I think Macca would have had a free head past it.
When Maguire is on the ball, he looks like he's got a belly full of bees. He is all over it. He is up for this one. Okay, Eastleigh with the corner. Sent in.
Yeah! Oh,
and
no,
it's 2-0.
Offside.
No, it's not. It is offside. The crowd were going absolutely crackers. They thought that Eastleigh had got a second goal, and it very much looked like it was a second goal. The cross had come in from the far side, the corner, sorry, from the far side, mid-height at the near post. An Eastleigh player with a twisting header, and it went into the far side corner of the Altrincham net. But the flag was up. Wayne, you saw it before me. I was excited.
Yeah, no, obviously I've got I've sat up on the seat up on the top now, mate, because the legs are a little bit
it's a bit snug
cramped.
here, isn't it? It's a bit snug here in the commentary booth.
And yeah, saw the linesman flag go up straight away.
Disappointment for Eastleigh. Could have gone 2-0 up inside 25 minutes, but it remains 1-0 to the Spitfires after that goal at around the 10-minute mark from Scott Quigley. 1-0 Eastleigh here at the Silver Lake on Altrincham, who are 5th place and high-flying in the National League at the moment. Unbeaten in 10 games, Altrincham.
Yeah, that's a great achievement, mate. Hopefully it won't be 11.
Hopefully not. You've said it. Altrincham in possession with the ball halfway through their own half. Again, this strategy of Eastleigh just allowing them a bit of space to move, let them move, let them have it.
Yeah.
Altrincham trying to find a way through. Again, not really keeping the ball on the floor.
So when it gets over halfway, we seem to engage then and force them to make the error.
That's the time to shut down. Altrincham with the ball here. Eddie Jones on the near side. Passes up to midfield. Eddie Jones makes a run down the left wing. Defender Elliot Osborne now passes into midfield over to Jake Cooper. Now they switch sides with the ball on the far side. Lewis Baines for Altrincham passes down the right-hand channel to Chris Clark, who's trying to find a way to cross the ball in. Altrincham with the ball now just inside the Eastleigh box on the far side, trying to find that final pass to give them an opportunity, a scoring opportunity, but Eastleigh expertly defended that.
It's back in their own half again. It's you know, they were on the edge of our box.
They pushed them right back
10 seconds ago. The runners here. Well defended
Eastleigh. Altrincham threaded a nice ball there through the central of Eastleigh defence. That was Lewis Baines with a pass that picked out, I think, Dior Angus, I think it was, for Altrincham, but he was dispossessed by a blue shirt. Very well defended indeed, Wayne, you said it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier on, mate, you know, we've got a game plan by the looks of it, and we're letting them have the ball in their own half, and then we engage as soon as they get over the halfway line, and making them force them to make the error, which is pretty shrewd, and which is good. So obviously, you know, Hilly and the team have done their homework, and that's the way they've set out to play.
Absolutely. A few of the Eastleigh players now here in front of the dugout getting a water break and having a quick word with the gaffer, Richard Hill, who's come out to have a chat with them. Looks like he's pointing down at something. I don't know, is that a notepad or an iPad, or written something on the back of his hand?
Seems to go that way, mate. 25 minutes. It's a strategy that obviously they're using. The keeper's gone down. Not sure there's anything wrong with him, but it just gets a little bit of information onto the team that's what's required. They've seen something off the field that's going to affect it on it, and they're given the information.
Absolutely. Crucial to make those adjustments as the game goes on, much like with any sport really, isn't it? What can you see? What do you like? What don't you like? How can we readjust our shape? Where is the space that we can work in? I think those moments in games, Wayne, absolutely crucial.
Of course, you only get you know, 15 minutes at half time, you know, probably 5 minutes to get your point across, but sometimes they need advice during the game, and they can see better things from off the field than some of the players can do on it. So that's a great strategy to have, mate.
Yeah, because when you have the gaffer shouting from the touchline, I do wonder sometimes how much the players can really hear.
Oh, definitely. They seem to turn off, mate. Oh, I did.
Yeah, keeping their eye on the ball, Wayne. Focused. That's what we like to see. Eastleigh with the ball on the far side at the halfway line. Pump the ball down the left channel. McCallum with a downwards header. That's a really nice downwards header, actually, into the path quite neatly of Jake Taylor. The ball... Eastleigh on the ball now, just on the edge of the Altrincham box, and
I like it, mate.
felt like a good effort, a long-range strike from the Eastleigh player. Was that Chris Maguire?
That was Macca with a shot. Yeah, Chris Maguire with a shot, and obviously
outside the box, won it on the far side. Ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious, but he's hit it first time. It was coming on to him, so a difficult technique. He just didn't get his body over it.
Why not? Test the keeper. Every now and then, Wayne, back in the day, you know, when you're on the goal line and the ball's coming your way, you just don't expect those ones. A bit of a, you know, fizzer sometimes.
Right. Yep, definitely.
Keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
It certainly does, mate.
Altrincham in possession from the goal kick. You can guess it. They are just passing it between the back three, trying to find a way forward. Dispossessed. Eastleigh on the ball now, down here on the near side. Eastleigh on the edge of the Altrincham box, trying to find a way through. Maguire turns with the ball on his left foot, switches play to the far side, finds the open man. Eastleigh patient, trying to find a way through. Patient. Maguire now receives the ball again, 10 yards outside the Altrincham box on the far side. Switches the ball across to Enzo Baldwin on the near side, and there's a call for a penalty from the Eastleigh fans. The cross came in, and I think it was McCallum who had a couple of Altrincham players hanging off him, and he went to the floor. His shirt stretched off his body.
They definitely had hold of his shirt there, didn't they?
Handfuls. I mean, when you've got a danger man like McCallum up front, you've got to keep him in check, I guess, haven't you? But got to be careful, Altrincham. They're already a goal down. The last thing they want is to give away a penalty, foolish foul, and then have Eastleigh have the opportunity to double their lead in the first half. Approaching 30 minutes now, approaching 29 minutes. It's 1-0 Eastleigh through that Scott Quigley goal on the 12th minute.
And what a great finish it was, mate.
Wasn't it? A low, stinging shot. Took his time, one touch, looked up. Just about a yard, wasn't he? A yard behind the penalty spot. Tucked it into the bottom left corner. Expertly taken. Okay, Altrincham now with the ball, about 5 yards outside the Eastleigh box. They are dribbling the ball forward inside the Eastleigh box. Good save by the Eastleigh keeper, Joe McDonnell. It was a low shot that came in on the near side edge of the Eastleigh 6-yard box from, who is that? Is that Chris Clark again, isn't it, I think? Or is Alex Newby, one or the other? I think it might be Alex Newby, actually, the Altrincham player. He hit it first time, but it was saved with the extended leg.
Mate, that's fine. We didn't engage then.
Another good save by Joe McDonnell in the Eastleigh net, though.
Fantastic save again, mate. Great save with his feet. And again, that's what he's there for.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the game plan, and, you know, we don't expect anything less from Joe. He's a fantastic keeper, mate.
Very twitchy as well, very twitchy, good twitch. You know, he was down low, ready to, I guess, you know, for the shot to come on, but it really kind of came out of nowhere. It was a pretty quick move from Altrincham, and
they
got down low quick.
They passed it around, and they actually got in behind us down the right hand side, and again, great save. They're two efforts have come down our right hand side, so we need to address that, mate.
Absolutely. Altrincham still absolutely in this game. You know, there might be one goal behind here, but you know, they're not fifth in the National League for no reason. A bit of a scrap down on the near side in front of the dugouts. Eastleigh going to have a free kick here. It was Enzio Baldwin who was in a bit of a tussle with a couple of the Altrincham players, Jake Cooper and somebody else.
The muscle man won, didn't he? He
did.
He held it off.
Bodies tumbling down.
Got the foul.
It's like ice hockey. Okay, Maguire sends the cross into the Altrincham box, but it's headed away by the Altrincham defender. It's not headed away, it's headed up into the air, and Altrincham failed to clear. Taylor picked up the ball, had a low stinging shot from just outside the 6-yard box, but it was blocked off the line. Eastleigh with a terrific opportunity there to double their lead.
Look, the keeper's 6'6", and he's punched that when he could have caught it. I think we should put him under a bit of pressure. I think we could have some joy.
And it wasn't a very good punch, was it, Wayne?
It wasn't, mate, and that was cleared off the line. A great strike from Taylor, and it was cleared off the line, and now we got a corner. Another delivery from the little Magic Man.
Magic Man, here we go. Let's see what magic we can work from this far side corner then. Eastleigh going to whip one into the mixer here. What can we see? The ball sails in, and it's headed away on the edge of the far side 6-yard box by an Altrincham player. Strong header, almost back to the halfway line, but Eastleigh have the ball again on the far side, and it is Magic Man Chris Maguire with the ball. He's all over the shop, isn't he? Left side, right side, central. He is a busy man. This is beautiful play from Eastleigh. Down the left-hand side, trying to dribble their way into the Altrincham box on the far side, but the pass maybe just a little bit too long.
Here we go on the break.
And now Altrincham on the break, but there are enough blue shirts back to deal with that. No danger at all.
Well done, Enzio.
I think the Altrincham players there are really outnumbered about 2-7, really, weren't they? The Eastleigh players really got back in numbers. They really want to preserve this lead going into the break. 32 minutes gone. It's Eastleigh 1, Altrincham 0. Again, we'll keep recapping it. 12th minute goal, Scott Quigley to get Eastleigh on the score sheet. Altrincham with the ball just across halfway, now passing it back into their own half. What can they do? Can they find an equaliser before the half? Altrincham in possession, down the near side, left side, finding the middle of the field, 5 yards outside the Eastleigh box. On the ball, trying to find a way through, defended by Eastleigh, and deflected back to halfway. Altrincham reset. They bring the ball forward again, down this left-hand channel. Like you said, Wayne, they're having a bit of joy down there, bit more space for them. Lewis Baines linking up quite neatly with Chris Clark.
It's back to their keeper. They were 5 yards from the edge of our box.
And now they're forced
20 seconds.
all the way back again. Do you think sometimes, Wayne, that's a confidence thing? They're like, you know what, let's just pump it back. We're not feeling confident with this move. Let's reset.
It goes down for their stats, man. That's what it happens. It's keeper. The stats have come out and say they've had 85% of the ball. But we're 1-0 up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Eastleigh on top. Altrincham with the ball now on the far side. Pass the ball into the Eastleigh box, but now the ball by Altrincham is forced out again of the Eastleigh box. Altrincham still in possession though, but being muscled off the ball. That's great defending from the Eastleigh defender. Is that Oscar Rutherford? I'm not sure if it was.
Oscar done that well, and I think it was Jake Taylor that's
muscled off the ball. Slightly concerning here, a couple of Eastleigh players down on the ground, including Chris Maguire.
Yeah, that's a worry.
Down just on the edge of the centre circle. The trainer comes on, and there's another Eastleigh player down on the far side edge of the box, but he looks to be getting up and okay. Maguire is just sat down on his backside.
Jake Taylor will be all right, mate. He's a war.
Tough lad.
He's the warman that you need. You'll go to war with him, mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can get in touch with us today. Pause in play. There's always an opportunity to invite you to get in touch with us, dear listener. We always love hearing from you. Let us know how you're feeling about your team, whether they're, well, on a break or playing today. Either or, you can message us on Twitter. You can find us at Solent Sport. Twitter, X, I don't know, what do you call it nowadays? Twitter.
Yeah, X.
X sounds a bit funny, doesn't it, to be honest? At Solent Sport, get in touch with us. We love to hear what you're up to, how you're following the game, or how you're at least following your team on the break. And you can keep up to date with all the scores as well from around the National League and elsewhere on the BBC Sport website and the app as well. Take us with you wherever you go with the BBC Sport app. Very, very handy.
It's a bit worrying here, Luke. You know, Chris don't normally go down like this. It's a little bit of worrying times. I don't know whether it's a niggle, it's a pull.
Yeah, and we didn't really see what happened either.
No, it looks a bit innocuous, didn't it?
It was off the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It might be a little bit of a, could be a twist or a bit of a niggle.
Altrincham were in possession, and they were doing their thing where they're playing on the edge of the Eastleigh box, threading a pass into the Eastleigh box, getting as close as Eastleigh's 6-yard area, but then getting pushed out by blue shirts or muscled off the ball. And then when the ball flew back across the halfway line, or at least toward it, we could just see a couple of blue shirts on the floor, and one of them was Chris Maguire.
I don't think it looked good, mate. I don't think he can carry on. I think he's...
But he doesn't look like he can weight bear very well. His right leg.
Looks like a hamstring.
Yeah.
Looks of it.
The trainer has...
No good. He's no good. It's hamstring.
This is going to be an enforced substitution here by the looks of things for Eastleigh, and it's their star man, Chris Maguire, who's going to be, by the looks of things, coming off. He is hobbling. It's the right leg. His sock is down, and he reached for behind the knee when he stood up just to have a bit of a press, a bit of a feel, and he can't weight bear, can he? He's walking very gingerly off, and he's got his shirt over his face. He's disappointed. The trainer with their hand on his back just gently helping him off the field. This, Wayne, is not good for Eastleigh approaching the half.
No, it's definitely not, but it gives someone else a chance, mate, doesn't it, to state their claim?
It absolutely does. Chris Maguire is coming off, number 17. He waves to the fans, they applaud, and it almost looks from the body language like he's saying to the trainer, you know what, I don't know what happened. He kind of puts his hand up and twists his wrists and just, turns it and, gives him the look like, I'm not sure what's going on, but he is off. He's unwrapping the strapping on his wrist. He looks disappointed, but Wayne, he's not being stretchered off or anything like that. That is the good news.
No, definitely. It looks like, hopefully it's just a niggle. Couple of weeks. Who knows, mate? But yeah, precaution. Hopefully.
Better safe than sorry.
Number 23, Jaden Harris.
Jaden Harris is on. You probably heard from the announcer, which was absolutely very handy, because I was reaching for my team sheet, which I couldn't find because I've got too many pieces of paper tucked in my book, Wayne. Too many, but we've got a substitution. Jaden Harris is on, and Chris Maguire is off. 38 minutes gone. Eastleigh 1-0 up on Altrincham. Both sides, though, have had their moments. Both keepers have been forced to make good saves. Not routine saves, but good saves. Both sides had a couple of really good shots on target. I think Altrincham, as you mentioned earlier, Wayne, strategy-wise, dominating the possession, but Eastleigh are so strong in defence at the moment. I don't want to jinx them, but...
No, it's just, we're not taking a chance. We're just, it's the way we set up to play against them. So, but it's going to be a little bit different now with we'll probably go 4-4-2.
Yeah, let's keep our eye on that for sure. Eastleigh now in possession, giving it away just over halfway, and Altrincham have passed the ball back to their keeper, Ethan Ross, in his fluorescent high-vis full-on keeper kit. Passes it out. Altrincham with the ball on the far side, just near the halfway line. Doing their thing, passing in between themselves. Eastleigh allowing them that space, no danger. And now switching the ball to the near side. In possession, Altrincham now. Bringing the ball up along the left side, passing into the midfield area, halfway into the Eastleigh half. Chris Clark now.
That's who we got engaged with, isn't it? Clark.
Chris Clark is a bit of a menace, isn't he? He's quick, and he's got twitch, and he's got agility. He looks like a running back in the NFL. Different sport, different day. But he's on the ball again here on the near side, halfway into the Eastleigh half, and he's always dribbling, looking to find a pass, but only after he's gained at least 15 yards. And Altrincham have a ball. No, they're going to have a corner. Altrincham have got a corner.
Well defended. Again, you know, hopefully it's not knocked the confidence from the boys with obviously losing Maguire, but again, it gives someone else a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. Eddie Jones now is up for the corner for Altrincham on the far side of the pitch as the floodlights shine down on him in front of the scoreboard. 40 minutes gone, 1-0 Eastleigh. What can Altrincham do here with 5 minutes of regular time left in this match? Not of this match, of this half, sorry. Can they find an equaliser? The corner is taken short again. Altrincham entering the Eastleigh box, but it's deflected by an Eastleigh defender and it's sent back in by an Altrincham player on the far side. Strong diving header away from an Eastleigh defender. Altrincham back in possession halfway through the Eastleigh half. On the far side, it's that Con Clark on the ball again. Passing it along the wing, switches the side of play. Altrincham with the ball 10 yards outside the Eastleigh box. Now down on the near side left wing. Altrincham driving into the penalty area, chip up to the back post, header over the bar. No real danger there, Wayne, I don't think.
No, I think it would have been a free kick. He was all over anyway. We got their commentators getting a bit excited, but it's nice to see 41 minutes. That's the first time they've shouted.
Absolutely. We'll take that.
We'll have some of that.
Goal kick
Them
Eastleigh.
versus us, Luke.
Goal kick Eastleigh. It is a packed commentary booth here today, folks. It is. It's very busy on this side of the stand. Not enough plug sockets, Wayne. That's
unbelievable.
That's
mate.
the thing today. Not enough plug sockets.
Is the Wi-Fi working?
Eastleigh goal kick, pumped right down the field here on the near side. McCallum goes up for the header. Altrincham players trying to get on his back for a piggyback. I don't know where he's going. McCallum goes down. Altrincham player flies over him, nosedives into the turf, and it's going to be a free kick to the Spitfires on the near side here, halfway into the Altrincham side. It's going to be Enzio Baldwin for Eastleigh, who's going to, looks like, cross one in here. Yeah, crosses one into the back post. Yeah. That is a really good cross in, and is a header on the far side edge of the 6-yard box. Just goes wide for Eastleigh. It was quite wide in the end, but that was a dangerous ball, wasn't it, Wayne?
Yeah, fantastic. It's a good header as well. Good header back cross, but like I say, great ball in. Free header. Expect George at the target there. That's defender's header, that. And
like you say, it keeps that goalkeeper honest. That big 6'6" Robins goalkeeper who he's been looking a little bit shaky on his line, let's say, in this first half. 1-0 Eastleigh, 3 minutes of regular time left. Nope, 2.5 minutes of regular time left. Altrincham in possession, trying to find a way through. Halfway through the Eastleigh half, dispossessed, strong challenge from the Spitfires defender, and Eastleigh now with the energy and the ball coming across halfway. The ball is crossed. Good challenge from the Altrincham defender. That was Eddie Jones with the sliding challenge to dispossess Eastleigh, who now have a throw-in just in front of us here on the near side. Eastleigh looking like they could maybe sneak another one here. Looking good in possession coming forward. Eastleigh now, ball here on the near side. Jake Taylor passes across to the middle. And the ball is switched to the far side for Eastleigh. The cross comes in. It was more of a shot actually in the end there. It was quite a good shot actually. Well, it wasn't so much a good shot, but it was a nice floating cross with a fair bit of acceleration collected by the Altrincham keeper Ethan Ross in net. He rolls it out to the near side here for his defender Eddie Jones to pick up. About 1 minute of regular time left. Eastleigh on top, Altrincham in possession on the far side. Just about to cross halfway. Can they find?
It's probably about 5 minutes, mate, do you reckon?
An equaliser. I think you're probably about right, yeah. We had that pause, didn't we? Yeah, with Maguire, Magic Maguire, who went off. It was about 5 minutes, so probably plenty of added time in this first half. Altrincham in possession, halfway into the Eastleigh half, on this near side.
No doubt they'll probably try and find 9 minutes. I wouldn't have said 5.
Well, you've cursed it now, Wayne. We'll blame you if there's 9. If 9 comes up, that's it. Good strong defending from Eastleigh here, and it was the Eastleigh player who was dispossessing the Altrincham player, but he was body checked essentially to the floor, and Eastleigh are going to have a free kick on the near side. It's going to be taken by the keeper Joe McDonnell. He's going to come out of his goal, take his time, bounces the ball on the turf a couple of times. He's going to throw it down. Eastleigh have got this free kick. So,
6.
6, is it 6?
I reckon. 6 it is.
Now we're guessing. We're guessing.
6 minutes.
6 minutes of added time in this first half. Plenty of time for more action. Eastleigh keeper in possession, Joe McDonnell, and he's going to very casually pick the ball up from his feet as the Altrincham player ran in.
He's actually took the kick there from the right-hand side of the 18-yard box and had to sprint to the other side of the 18-yard line to pick the header up from their defender.
There we are.
Defensive header. So
he's getting his steps in.
Hey, he was injured 20 minutes ago, wasn't he?
He was absolutely. The ball just bouncing up high into the air at around the halfway line. Both sides scrapping for it at midfield. It's hoofed forward by Jake Taylor for Eastleigh and is headed back by the Altrincham defender into the hands of the Altrincham keeper Ethan Ross, who rolls the ball out along the floor to the far side. Altrincham in possession, Jake Cooper. Passing it between themselves, halfway through their own half, pump the ball across halfway, headed away by an Eastleigh defender. Eastleigh in possession on the halfway line. That's Nigel Atanguna in possession. A nice turn. He was being shut down by an Altrincham defender, but he could hear the footsteps, turns in possession, calmly finds one of his teammates, and it's passed back to the Eastleigh keeper, who then hoofs one back down the field. Bit cagey the last few minutes. Not much happening, bit cagey. But Eastleigh bringing the ball forward. They're not just hanging around in possession. Halfway into the Altrincham half, on the far side, Nigel Atanguna in possession again. Eastleigh now with the ball just inside the Altrincham box on the far side, and it is going to be an Eastleigh corner. That's not too bad. For the last few minutes.
Yeah,
it's an opportunity.
Worked it around, mate. Worked it around the midfield runners and ended up with a corner. So, yeah.
Come on then, Wayne, what are you saying then? You're a keeper and there's only a few minutes left in this half. There's a corner here. You're already 1-0 down. What are you saying to your defenders?
Just don't go in 2-0 down.
Come on, lads. Let's not let that happen.
Definitely. But I'll be happy with 2-0 if we get it.
Very happy indeed. Eastleigh going to whip this one into the mixer here from the far side. It's a nice curling cross, but there's a couple of red shirts on the floor. I think they fell over each other. Referee blows their whistle. Presumably has said, you know what, an Eastleigh lad
seen the foul in there, but it was in the back of the net again. We've had it in there 3 times now and only one counted.
That is true, that is true. Eastleigh certainly looked like maybe the slightly better side this first half. Obviously they're 1-0 up, but Altrincham obviously 5th in the National League. They're absolutely no chumps. They have been threatening the whole time.
Not where they are, and like I say, it's a game plan that's worked so far.
It's working very well. It's working very well indeed. Altrincham now, they are bringing the ball forward. They are about 5 yards on the near side, outside the Eastleigh box. It's that danger man again, Chris Clark, number 10, with his black gloves on. I don't think it's that cold to be wearing gloves today, but, you know, if you feel the cold, you feel the cold. No big deal. I'm all right with that. It's Chris Clark on the ball, using his full name as well. And ball lands just outside the Eastleigh box, and his Altrincham player has a strike from just outside the box, but is charged down by an Eastleigh defender. What's this, a free kick for Altrincham on the edge of the Eastleigh box?
Quigley's just dragged him back and really didn't need. They weren't going nowhere, mate. It's just that's sloppy. That
is sloppy, but you know what? If they're going to have a free kick from a danger area, you'd almost say, wouldn't you, Wayne, that this is too close to the edge of the box. Hard to get it over a wall from here. Under maybe,
especially if they're the wall's 6'6". They've got 4 of them, four or 5 of them in there.
Altrincham then with the ball literally less than a yard outside the Eastleigh box, a fairly central position, a little bit more far side. They're going to have this free kick here. There are 4 Robins players around the ball, chatting amongst themselves. Eastleigh with everyone back, blue shirts in line with the penalty area.
Looks like their 10's going to strike it, doesn't it? Their danger man.
There's no draft excluded behind the Eastleigh wall. You'd think they
one that comes in
down here, because it looks like a free kick. If it's going to go anywhere, it's going to be low, and that's a pretty good free kick, to be honest, but it goes over the bar. It looked like it was dropping, didn't it? It was coming down, but it was...
You called it, mate. You said it was a bit close to get up and down.
A bit too close.
Yeah, we'll take that as a good bit of advice from you, son. You need to do the team talk at half time to him.
Do you reckon? you reckon? Should we tell them next time to have a draft excluded? That was my worry, Wayne. I was like, they're gonna fire a low stinger, the ball will jump, and it's gonna go under. But not on this occasion. Sigh of relief for the Eastleigh fans and Richard Hill.
1 minute to go. Just hold it out.
That's it. Richard Hill is just in front of the dugout. He's smiling and chatting to a member of the, I don't know if that's the Eastleigh staff or a fan. I think it's a fan.
Yeah, fan.
Yeah, it's a fan. Yeah, Richard Hill just casually strolling outside the dugout. He's only got a long sleeve jumper on, Wayne. He needs a jacket. It's not that warm, is it?
Northampton lad, hard as nails, isn't he?
Hard as nails. Yeah, surveying the field.
He was a player back in his day as well, mate.
He's got to be happy with his first half, isn't he?
Yeah, definite. Yeah, it's they've worked on it all week, and it's nice when it pays off.
100%.
We're only 45 minutes in.
Eastleigh superbly wasting time. The long goal kick, and then McCallum with the header straight up into the air. Eastleigh still in possession now, 10 yards outside the Altrincham box in a central position. I mean, they look like they're hunting another goal, to be honest. But they've run out of time in this first half. It is from the Silver Lake Stadium. Eastleigh on top, 1-0 over Altrincham. At the moment, it was a 12th minute goal from the defender Scott Quigley. A really well worked goal as well. It was a looping cross came forward, a downwards header from McCallum, kind of around the penalty spot area, backwards into the path of Scott Quigley, who was charging in, and well, he just lasered one low stinger into the bottom left corner, totally against the runner play. And it was a superb opening goal. Wayne, I mean, at the time we were pretty buzzing, weren't we? And it was like Eastleigh, to be perfectly honest, it could have maybe had one more, do you reckon? Yeah,
definitely. It looked a bit suspect a couple of times we've had it in the back of the net. We could have been one more, but that's the way it goes, mate. Job done, first half. Again, dust ourselves down, go again for the second 45.
Absolutely, dust ourselves off, get ready to go for the next half. The number of fans now just working their way down to get a bit of a snack. I can smell the burger van. I'm well up for a little half-time snack. We'll come back to the Silver Lake Stadium after a little break. It's Eastleigh on top, 1-0 over Altrincham.
This is BBC Radio Solent Sport.
So 2 football commentaries today in the National League at the Silver Lake Stadium. Altrincham going into this game 11 games unbeaten, but they trail away at Eastleigh thanks to this early goal.
Eastleigh on the far side, whipper, big looping cross into the box, headed down by Paul McCallum.
Yes, Quiggers! Get in there!
And it's a goal for Eastleigh. Woo! Eastleigh take the lead, absolutely against the run of play. Scott Quigley, the ball was headed down near the penalty spot by Paul McCallum into the path of Scott Quigley, took a touch, the big defender strikes low and into the left corner of the net.
Quiggers with the opener then for Eastleigh as Wayne Shaw called in there. The Spitfires 1-0 up at half-time, a big blow for them, losing one of their star men, Chris Maguire, though, with a suspected hamstring injury in the first half. As for our other commentary, 2 of our sides going head-to-head in the FA Trophy second round, AFC Totton against Havant and Waterlooville, and it was the Stags who took the lead.
Foster sweeps it out to Chiadozi, who's onside, shot comes in, it's a goal for Totton, a burst down the right-hand side and a thumping shot from Chiadozi. Disastrous start for Havant, AFC Totton off to a flyer, Totton 1, Havant 0.
Hawks in the league below, but a lot of people expecting Totton to win due to Totton being 5th in the table, Havant and Waterlooville bottom of the National League South, but Hawks have found a way back.
Mohamed Ufal is in to potentially equalise. Forster Seagar, who does? Havant and Waterlooville draw level. They haven't given up here. Burst forward, Fall with the assist. His shot didn't go where he wanted it to, and it was Seagar who got there. It's his first goal for Havant and Waterlooville. Ryan Seagar with the equaliser. Totton 1, Hawks 1.
Let us know if you're watching a game, who you're following, or if you're not, who you're following anyway. Just send us a picture or just let us know where you are listening from. Text 81333, Solent your first word. Do the same with your WhatsApp, 08000 321 333, or tweet us at Solent Sport. Lots to come at half-time. We'll cover Golf Formula 1. We'll go through all of the scores right across the country, non-league football and internationals as well. It's all to come on the home of live sport across the south.
BBC Radio Solent Sport. BBC Radio Solent Sport.
And a very good afternoon, I'm Ian Wilding here for this non-league special with Cherries, Pompey and Saints all in international duty this weekend. So, elsewhere then in non-league football, to tell you about what's happening so far, it is currently Dover 2, Weymouth 2. The Terrors getting 2 goals back. They were 2-0 down in that game. It's their third trip to the Crabble in 6 months. Ex-Watford forward Ezio Toure with both of the Terrors' goals, the second goal coming just before half-time. In the Southern League Premier South, Sholing 0, Tiverton Town 1. It's Paul Doswell's first league game in charge of Sholing. 7 points and 3 games going into the game, but Sholing have work to do there. And Gosport Borough against Chesham United. It is at Chesham. It's 2 good teams going head-to-head, second against third. It was a 2-1 win for Borough last weekend at home to Hendon, but nothing to separate those two sides at the moment. It is currently Chesham 0, Gosport Borough 0. So lots of time to go in that game. In fact, Chesham have just scored in that game. So Chesham are now 1-0 up at home to Gosport Borough. They're scoring just before half-time. So Chesham have a 1-0 lead. That is a blow for Pat Sarachi and Joe Lee's side. Work to do there. Bashley, that one got underway at 3:30. And it is Malvern who've taken the lead. They're 1-0 up in that game in Division 1 South. Bashley are 15th in the table. Malvern just one place above them in the table. While Wimborne Town in Division 1 South, they are top of the league, but they trail 1-0 away at Cribbs. Cribbs are 5th, and they've kept 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games. Things not going well at the moment for Wimborne. And the games that was postponed earlier on this morning in the Southern League Premier South, Paul Town and Walton and Hersham, and Winchester against Swindon Supermarine, both falling victim to the weather. While Isthmian League South East, Horndean against Broadbridge Heath was also called off. We'll cross over to your commentary teams in just over 5 minutes' time in our games in the National League and in the FA Trophy. But elsewhere then, in League 1, only 2 games taking place today, both 3 o'clock kickoffs. Blackpool are 2-0 up at home to Shrewsbury, and Stevenage Lincoln is currently goalless. Blackpool would move up to 8th and move above Lincoln with a win with 27 points. Whatever happens, Portsmouth will be ending the day still top of the table with just those 2 matches. Pompey currently top the table, played 16 with 36 points. In League 2, a few games taking place, a few more matches in fact. Notts County moved up to 4th in the table with a 4-2 win at home to Bradford earlier on today. Accrington and Wrexham, who are currently in the automatic spots, is 0-0. So too is Barrow and Crawley. Forest Green, who are struggling in the bottom 2 at the moment, they've picked up a good confidence-boosting 2 goals in the first half. Forest Green are 2-0 up at home to Grimsby. Gillingham 1, Salford 1. Mahoney giving Gillingham the lead. Salford pegging them back with 8 minutes before half-time. Gillingham, who changed their manager after being just outside the playoffs back in September. Neil Harris losing his job. Harrogate 0, Swindon 1 is a score as well. Mansfield are 1-0 up at home to Newport. Stockport, who are going really well under Dave Challoner, looking for their 12th successive league win. They're 1-0 up at home to strugglers Colchester, although Colchester have been doing OK recently. Matthew Everington getting the job full-time this week. And Sutton are 1-0 down at home to Tranmere. In Euro qualifications, David Brooks, Chris Mepham and Kiefer Moore all started and all played as Wales drew 1-1 away at Armenia in that crucial Euro qualifier. They've got one more group game to go. Joe Morrell was on the substitutes bench. Armenia-Wales has finished 1-1, Wales equalising just before half-time. In the National League South, Barnet and Gateshead is goalless. Barnet's second in the table. Bromley AFC Fylde is 0-0. Dorking Wanderers are 1-0 up at home to Boreham Wood, who are currently 6th and bottom as things stand. As well as EC 1-0 up at home to Altrincham in our National League commentary game. Ebbsfleet are 2-0 down at home to Oxford City. Ebbsfleet struggling. Oxford City looking to move out of the bottom 4. Ebbsfleet down to 10 men. Ebbsfleet 0, Oxford City 2. Halifax Wealdstone is goalless. So too is Kidderminster Harriers against Dagenham and Redbridge. Rochdale against Aldershot is 1-1 in the National League. Rochdale getting an equaliser with 3 minutes to half-time after Jack Barham, the former Maidstone striker, had given Aldershot the lead. Solihull Moors, who are third before today, are 1-0 down at home to Maidenhead, who are just starting to pick up some good wins now. They're looking for 3 league wins in a short amount of time, Maidenhead. They're 1-0 up away from home. And Chesterfield could be going 7 points clear at the top of the table under Paul Cook, the former Portsmouth manager. They're 1-0 up away at Southend. It's Woking and Oldham goalless and York City 0, Hartlepool 2. All of those goals and games in the National League. Elsewhere then, It is some sports news to tell you about in a second, but to tell you about the Women's Championship tomorrow, Southampton FC women go to Crystal Palace. Saints' first ever championship win came at Selhurst Park. That was at the start of last season. 2 goals from Lexi Lloyd-Smith, and Saints have won 6 out of their first 10 league games, but they've dropped to 4th. Palace are 3rd, 2 points more with a game in hand. Selhurst Park is the venue for that one. That one gets underway at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. AFC Bournemouth women host Portsmouth women in the Hampshire Cup tomorrow. The Cherries won the competition last season. They ended Pompey's 13-year dominance of the trophy, and it's also set to be a special day for Bournemouth captain Gemma Hillier. The Pompey women's legend scored 99 goals in 293 appearances during a 17-year spell with the club.
I think it's the first time that I will have played against them since I left, so it's going to be a bit strange. Obviously, I had many great years there. I've still got lots of friends there, really close to some of the players, so it's going to be very interesting, but at the end of the day I'm playing for Bournemouth now and I'm absolutely loving my time here, so I want the Bournemouth team to strive and do as best we can, so we'll be looking to win that game, absolutely.
And you're a lifelong Pompey fan. Do you get back much to see the team in action? They're obviously doing really well at the moment. What have you made of John Massino and the job that he's doing in the men's team? Yeah,
I've been to every home game this season. I've been really fortunate, so they're doing so well, and hopefully we can continue to keep winning the games and not get too many draws after Christmas.
We can cross over to one of our commentary games now in the FA Trophy second round. Your summer riser, ex-Hawks coach and AFC Tottenham manager Louis Langdown. That one is on smart speaker, and it is also on BBC Sounds and the BBC Sport website and app. It is AFC Tottenham against Havant and Waterlooville, 1-1 at the moment. Your commentator for that game is Cliff Pledge. So we've got a few more minutes before Eastleigh game gets underway, or the second half in the National League against Altrincham. Elsewhere in women's football tomorrow in the Hampshire Cup second round, it's Moneyfields women against Eastleigh. That one takes place at the Oasis Academy in Southampton, and there are also 5 other fixtures taking place in that competition on Sunday. While in the FA Women's Cup second or first round, Southampton Women's FC are at home to Brentford. That's also had a change of venue. That will now be played at the 8 Wealth Arena, home of Fawley AFC, and the winners will host Maidenhead next Sunday. That one was scheduled to take place last weekend, but called off because of the weather. Well, elsewhere in other sports news, as well as that draw for Wales against Armenia last night, England, already qualified, gained an unconvincing victory over Malta at Wembley last night to boost their hopes of being seeded for Euro 2024 next summer. 2-0 it finished. A Pepe own goal in the first half and a Harry Kane finish in the second secured England the points. Some Speedway news that's come out in the last hour as well is that both Kyle Newman and Richard Lawson for Paul Pirates have been granted testimonials next year in 2024. That's news that's come out this afternoon from Paul Pirates, so good news for them, well deserved. Paul promoter Dan Ford proclaimed the outcome of the annual promoters conference as a positive approach for the future of the sport, he said today. That was all decided in the AGM earlier. Also, a youth development system has been granted and a 38-point limit, and testimonials for Newman and Lawson, the big talking points from that AGM today. In tennis, Andy Murray has withdrawn from Great Britain's team for the Davis Cup finals because of a shoulder injury. Britain face Serbia, led by the 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic, in the quarter-finals on the 23rd of November. In Formula One, Charles Leclerc, I should say, has taken pole position for tomorrow's Las Vegas Grand Prix. He beat Carlos Sainz to pole, but his Ferrari teammate has a 10-place grid penalty and will start in 12th. While in golf, New Forest, Liz Young is 4 under par after 2 rounds at the Mallorca Ladies Open, and at the moment that's just 3 shots off the leader Chloe Williams of Wales. Ferndown's Hayley Davis is down after 2 rounds though on 4 over par. So elsewhere, at golf's DP World Tour Championship in Dubai, England's Matt Wallace is 1 shot clear of the field after the 3rd round. He's 16 under par. Rory McIlroy, who's already won the race to Dubai, is 8 under after shooting a 65. And here's McIlroy now talking very briefly to our correspondent Ian Carter.
Rory 65, that's a nice number, isn't it? Yeah, Fitz and I sort of had it going a bit on the back 9 there. We both shot 5 under, which for me is a nice turnaround from how I've played the back 9 this week, the first 2 days. But yeah, it was a good score. For me, I felt like it was similar enough to the last couple of days. But I just didn't make any mistakes, and then it was not obviously really nice to finish with the way I did with the birdie on 17 and then that 3 on 18.
Is it kind of inevitable when you haven't played as much, when you come into an event like this, that you are going to have sort of the first couple of days like you did?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't done much at all after the Ryder Cup, and tried to put in a little bit of practice over the last couple of weeks, but I sort of jammed my wrist as well a couple of weeks ago, and then that sort of limited how many balls I hit too. So yeah, just sort of came in probably not as prepared as I could have been or should have been, but feel like I'm starting to find my feet a little bit after a few days.
So what does Sunday provide you with an opportunity for, do you think?
It's the last round of the year. Go out and try to shoot a good score and get myself a decent finish. And
there we are, that's Rory McIlroy. Let's cross over to our other live commentary today on all Solent frequencies, BBC Sounds and Smart Speaker in Dorset, and BBC Sport website and app. Your summariser, Wayne Shaw. Eastleigh against Altrincham, leading by a 1-0 the Spitfires currently. Your commentator, Luke DaCosta.
Thank you very much, Waldo. Thank you very much, Radio Solent studio team as well. We are just about to get back underway here at the Silver Lake. The music's pumping at half-time, it certainly was. The Darude Sandstorm was in a nightclub. Take me back to the turn of the millennium. Happy days. The ball is being placed down by the referee on the centre spot. Eastleigh to kick off. They're now going right to left in the full-on blue block-out kit. Altrincham in the red and white stripes. Top with the black shorts and the red socks. Eastleigh on top then. It's 1-0 here at the Silver Lake to the Spitfires. Altrincham with work to do. Can they get themselves back into this game? Or can Eastleigh? Can they kick on and get, well, probably one of the best wins so far this season, and certainly will be probably the best win under Richard Hill since he officially took charge at the end of September. Kick-off. Altrincham in possession. Eastleigh have given the ball away already. No changes at the half, no substitutes, no changes as far as we can tell, and it's getting dark here at the Silver Lake. The floodlights are fully on, lighting up the pitch under very overcast, cloudy skies, but it has stopped raining. It was raining for almost half of the first half. Better conditions, but a proper wintry Saturday afternoon. Eastleigh in attack now. Send a cross in from the far side. It loops into the box, but is handily collected by the Altrincham keeper, who, well, as Wayne and I have been chatting about plenty throughout this game, and his full-on fluorescent kit, which, to be fair, he's dressed for the occasion because it's getting dark. Altrincham in possession, halfway into their own half, on the ball on the far side, just passing it between their back three, trying to find a way through. Eastleigh not giving much away at all. Altrincham now cross the halfway line down here on the near side. Dispossessed, strong challenge from the Eastleigh defender, and Eastleigh now here, they come down the near side, totally against the run of play. But there's enough Altrincham defenders now, enough red and white shirts back to cause enough of a problem to shut the blue shirts down, to force Eastleigh back to the halfway line. But Eastleigh still in possession, now bringing the ball up to the outside, near side of the Altrincham box, down this near side left wing, but the cross is blocked by the Altrincham defender. Looks like it's going to go out for a corner to Eastleigh. Early doors. Good start to the second half. Eastleigh on top, 1-0. 2 minutes gone of the second half. It'd be fair to say that Eastleigh have struggled really in league play the last few weeks. That draw last weekend after giving up a lead at Oldham, and they lost the 2 games before that. The Spitfires only won once in their last 5 National League games, and that was against a poor York City side. Could that all change today? Cross comes in from the near side, sent to the back post, and the ball is headed over the bar by Spitfires player. Goal kick to Altrincham. No Wayne Shaw. Don't know where he's gone. Did he go to the pie shack and never come back? He's not here with me at the moment, but we are in good shape. Altrincham now in possession with the ball halfway into their own half. halfway inside their own half on the far side. Switch play to the near side. Now they're dribbling the ball up to the halfway line. Eastleigh with enough blue shirts crowding the Altrincham players now. Looks like they're shutting them down a little bit sooner than they were in the first half. Not giving them much wiggle room, but Altrincham passing the ball neatly along the floor between themselves, still in possession. Maybe a slight change of tact from Altrincham. They were sending a lot of long balls earlier in the first half, down the field and across the halfway line, but they're keeping the ball on the floor now. But Eastleigh have dispossessed them and intercepted the ball, but the ball now is picked up again by Altrincham. Eastleigh sending in some strong challenges and certainly going after the ball, not letting Altrincham operate in as much space as they were in the first half. Just coughed off mic. I hope anybody, you didn't hear that. That would have been bad form from me. Eastleigh with a throw in here on the near side, just in front of the dugout. George Langston is going to launch this one in deep into the Altrincham half, but Altrincham pick up possession. As we said, Altrincham on a really good run, unbeaten in 10 league games. I mean, you can't say much, more about that apart from that is pretty amazing. They can move up to 4th in the National League with a win today. Obviously, if other results go their way as well. They've only lost twice this season, and that was in back-to-back games though, but way back in early September. One-way traffic for the Robins ever since then. They are top draw. They've kept 3 clean sheets from their last 5 away games. Not today. Eastleigh now with a throw in deep into their own half on the near side, taking their time. The Eastleigh faithful absolutely still up for this game, cheering on their side. That Eastleigh defender has an absolute arm on him. It's George Langston. His throw-ins are absolute monstrous. And he didn't even do the forward roll throw-in. I don't know if you've ever seen those on social media, folks. Where the person delivering the throw-in's got the ball in their hands, they do a forward roll, ball on the floor, forward flip, and absolutely catapult the ball into the field of play. Oh, look. We've got a visitor. Wayne Shaw is back in the house. Wayne,
hello, mate. Sorry.
Half time?
Yeah. Just a little conflab up there with the Inscapes who's sponsoring the match today, and they've done a little preview on the pitch.
Like it a lot. People don't say conflab often enough anymore. I need to put that in my vocab. Like it a lot. Conflab. Right, back to the field of play then. Come on, let's get stuck in. It is Eastleigh in possession with the ball on the far side, halfway into their own halfway line. Dispossessed, strong challenge from the Altrincham midfielder. Chops down the Eastleigh player. Referee blows no whistle. It's going to be a free kick to Eastleigh.
Atagana.
He's a big lad, isn't he? Big, strong lad.
Good lad.
Though chopped down like a piece of wood just there.
Sorry, mate, 5 minutes. Have I missed much?
You've not missed much at all, to be honest.
Good. Are we set still out same as first half? Let them have the ball.
You know what? Very similar. If I'm going to pick up on a couple of key things, I'd say Altrincham are keeping the ball on the floor this time. Eastleigh might be shutting Altrincham down a little bit sooner than they were in the first half, but that's about all. That's a great strike.
What a great save.
And a great save as well. So it was Eastleigh who had the ball. The ball was sent in near side, just inside the Altrincham area, headed back out by the looks of things, or at least just passed back down outside the penalty area. And it was Jake Taylor for the Spitfires on the volley who blasted one on goal. What an opportunity. And it was a strong big paw, Ethan Ross, in the Altrincham net to send it over the bar, and it's going to be an Eastleigh corner. Good effort, that.
Yeah, fantastic effort from Jakey. Touch and finish, wasn't it? But obviously the keeper made a great save.
Equal to the shot. Eastleigh with the corner on the far side under the floodlights, sends one in low, a stinger easily cleared by Altrincham. That was a poor corner. They flew in just over the penalty spot, mid-height, side volleyed out. And this is danger now for Eastleigh. Altrincham have the ball just outside the box. It's one-on-one. The ball's passed back into the centre spot. Altrincham have hit the post. Eastleigh have absolutely escaped one there, totally against the run of play. So the Eastleigh corner came in, easily cleared by Altrincham. The ball was sent across the halfway line. Altrincham ran onto the ball, one-on-one situation. I can't tell exactly which player it was for the Robins who had the ball, but he was dribbling the ball onto the Eastleigh box, central position, low shot off the far side post. No, it wasn't actually. He pulled it back, didn't he, Wayne?
Yes, that was the danger man 10, Chris Clark.
That's it.
And
Chris Clark
across goal, and I think the keeper made a save there, mate. He's actually tipped that on the post.
Fingertip.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think that goes down as a great save. Two keepers made 2 great saves in 2 minutes.
Absolutely. So absolutely there. Great
after
effort.
a mistake from Rutherford.
Altringham's best chance of the game. So it was a one-on-one situation, pull-back pass into the centre of the Eastleigh box, low stinging shot onto the far side post off the woodwork. But a fingertip save by the Eastleigh keeper. Now Eastleigh in possession, coming across halfway into the Altrincham half. Ball's on the floor, out down to the right wing on the far side. Approaching the Altrincham box now, trying to find a way through. Eastleigh in possession, a ball bounces off an Altrincham player. Altrincham well defended. They've got enough red shirts back, but they haven't been able to clear yet. And an Altrincham player hits the turf. Looks like a feather fell on him, and it's going to be a free kick to Altrincham. Eastleigh on top, 1-0, 54 minutes gone. Still the lone goal. Scott Quigley, 12th minute in that first half to put Eastleigh in front. But this is a very even match. No side really, we can say, is absolutely on top.
Oh, he's won the ball, referee.
They've both had their chances, and an Altrincham player goes down in the centre circle. And the referee's having a word with an Eastleigh player and is showing Paul McCullum a yellow card.
I think that's for dissent, mate. He's going to book his strike partner as well. Quigley's going in the book for that. I think he won the ball there, but
Paul McCullum
from behind him.
And Scott Quigley both in a referee's notebook. Or at least McCullum is definitely. Not Quiggers.
He didn't show Quigley. Oh, right, okay.
No.
So,
do you think he was intimidated by him? Because Quiggers is double the size of the referee. Altrincham bringing the ball forward now, here on the near side. Again, it's that danger man, number 10. We can't say his name enough. Con Clark for Altrincham, who is electric. He is like a full fat Coke, isn't he? Going up against Diet Coke sometimes, if that makes any sense.
That looked like a handball to me.
Oh, Altrincham
got it wide. What a save!
Slashed the ball wide, saved by the Eastleigh keeper Joe McDonnell. So Altrincham are pushing all their players forward here. The referee blows their whistle. Let's just recap that incident, because really it got away from us whilst I was talking about fizzy drinks. So Altrincham had the ball just along the touchline, and they fizzed in a low cross toward the near post, and it was a little choppy first time hit from their striker coming in for Altrincham, who was on the edge of the 6-yard box, but he was saved by the extended leg of Joe McDonnell in the Eastleigh goal. That was a terrific save. That is 3, Wayne, terrific saves in what, 10 minutes?
Certainly is, mate. Yeah, we've seen it all.
These goalkeepers are really, really earning their keep today. Altrincham in possession from the corner, near side, defended by Eastleigh. Back heel to the Altrincham player, and it goes out for an Eastleigh goal kick, but it was offside anyway. Good call, Wayne Shaw.
Yeah, I think you can say that's 4 saves for Joe now in this game so far. So he's certainly working overtime.
What have these guys had at half-time? They have come out full of energy. I mean, what was it like at a half-time dressing room? Are people doing their own thing, Wayne, like back in the day, or is it a tray full of oranges? What are you saying?
No, you got to listen to what the manager says, and you rally the troops, you get them together, and go out and one big push for the first 10 minutes to see if you can get back in the game. But we've weathered that so far, mate.
Eastleigh on top. Still 1-0 to the Spitfires here at the Silver Lake. The referee is busy in this opening 11-12 minutes. The whistle has gone a number of times. The pause in play is really interfering with the flow of things. Altrincham there with a free kick, halfway into their own half. Altrincham send a long ball forward. It's headed by an Eastleigh player back to Joe McDonnell in goal, who collects and picks up, and he's going to take his time whilst the Altrincham fans cheer away behind him in the Eastleigh stand.
Yeah, Lee Hodgson just comfortable back to the keeper, headed back.
Good touch, because those could be nervy moments, can't they?
Yeah, especially with the mistake 5 minutes ago from Rutherford. The ball got stuck under his feet and they were through, and again a great save from Macca.
Now Eastleigh with the ball on the far side, halfway into the Altrincham half, as Baldwin on the ball, dispossessed. Altrincham now in possession on the far side, crossing the halfway line. They've got a runner down the down the left channel, brings it back inside. Nice ball into the danger man, Con Clark, who's in a slightly more central position, about 10 yards outside the Eastleigh box, but intercepted by Eastleigh, dispossessed, and here come the blue shirts. But now Altrincham find possession again. Strong challenge around midfield on the Eastleigh captain. Altrincham in possession. Send a long ball forward from the centre circle down the right channel. Find a man in space. Now what can the Robins do with the ball? They pass the ball into the area. There's a loose man. Eastleigh need to defend this now. The ball back outside the area, but defended by Eastleigh, who clear. Only a short clearance back into the path of Altrincham. Con Clark dribbling the ball forward, 5 yards outside the Eastleigh box. Central position, dispossessed. Eastleigh clear again. This is good stuff. This is good defence from Eastleigh.
I think we need a little bit of hand down the left-hand side, mate. I think we're getting isolated, and they're trying to attack down there. They put it on Rutherford for a bit now, obviously after he made that mistake, and I think he needs a little bit of a hand, mate.
Wayne, I think you're right. It seems like it might be an area that Altrincham feel that they might be able to expose. You always feel like at half-time they've had a chat about it, and they're like, right, guys, we are going to really, really target this danger area that we feel is a bit baggy in the Eastleigh defence. Altrincham with a throw-in on the near side, in line with the Eastleigh penalty area, now operating just outside the box. Con Clark again muscled off the ball by an Eastleigh defender. He went flying. No foul. Altrincham still in possession. They have spent a lot of time in the Eastleigh half so far in this second 45 minutes. The Eastleigh defenders very, very busy at the moment, but doing enough.
There's only so much sustained pressure you can take, mate, before you actually go, and it's getting tighter and tighter now, mate.
It is. They're getting squeezed, aren't they? Altrincham really showing their quality here.
We just can't get out of our half.
They're fifth in the National League for a reason. With only 2 defeats, they are a quality side. And there's a bit of breathing room now for Eastleigh, because it is Con Clark, the Robin star, who pumps a pass forward, but this miscommunication, his teammate can't run onto the ball and it rolls out for a goal kick. Eastleigh can breathe a little bit, because that was a pressure situation for a while.
Congratulations, you won yourself £344.
If Altrincham were a wrestler this second half, they've come in over the top rope and they are absolutely swinging the clotheslines around, I'm telling you. They are up for it this second half.
We're not punch drunk, mate. We're still in it. We're 1-0 up.
Eastleigh are well in it. You're absolutely right. Good to recap the score as well. 60 minutes in at the Silver Lake, and it is Eastleigh 1-0 up on Altrincham. We got a foul at the halfway line. Body on the floor for Eastleigh and both Altrincham. Looks like it's going to be an Altrincham free kick, I think. Good shape, good shape. The only change really for Altrincham today was a change on the subs bench. I mean, they've put out the same starting 11 that they did last weekend. The change was striker Justin Donawara, who's called up for international duty for his home nation of Bermuda.
Nice.
I hope I haven't butchered his name now. But it's a strong side for Altrincham. They know what they're working with. They've got depth, they've got strength. And they are a strong side, and they are pushing Eastleigh to the limits now. They've got the Spitfires on their heels. Altrincham with the ball in Eastleigh's half, in line with the penalty area on the near side, just a few yards off the corner flag, trying to find a cross to come in. Pass comes in, cross toward the back post, but no one's there for the Robins, and the ball rolls out for an Eastleigh throw-in on the far side. It's that final ball, isn't it, at the moment for Altrincham? They can't quite find a way through. Right, Altrincham make their first substitution. Regan Linney comes on. And it is Justin who's coming off. Just referring to my team sheet, folks, it is Justin Amaluzor, the striker, number 11, who's come off. And it is Regan Linney who comes on, who's just returned from injury. He's missed 11 games this season, but he did play 25 minutes last Saturday, so he's feeling fresh. Altrincham with the ball inside the Eastleigh box now, on the near side. Strike from just outside the 6-yard box. A sliding challenge from the Eastleigh defender. Blocks that, and it goes out for a corner. Great from George Langston there. Good defending from the Spitfires. The Altrincham travelling fans doing everything they can to cheer their side on. They are loud. The corner comes in and toward the back post, but it goes out for another corner. Cleared by Eastleigh. Altrincham definitely on the front foot this second half. 1-0 Eastleigh though. I
think they smell blood, mate, don't they? Their tempo, they're running to everything.
I think you're right.
They think they're here for something now.
Cross comes in from the corner. Oh, a first time volley from just on the centre spot. Goes over, a bit well defended by Eastleigh. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. And was deflection, was it?
Sustained pressure, mate. It's how long can we stand up to this?
Eastleigh holding it together at the moment. This is the third corner in a row for Altrincham. It's going side to side, side to side. Now we're on the near side. Hand goes up. Corner's going to get whipped in. High and into the middle of the box, but no one's there apart from Paul McCallum at the back post for Eastleigh, who heads away. And it's cleared and it rolls out for an Altrincham corner in line with the edge of the penalty area on the far side now. Back side to side, side to side, shaking it all about Altrincham at the moment, I tell you. But
side to side, but it's just not going up and down. It goes up for us, it comes straight back.
Absolutely. The night sky's really rolled in now, folks, as well. The lights illuminating the pitch. This is a really nice evening for a bit of football. Flag stays down though. It was a looping ball from Chris Clark again. I don't know why I keep using his full name. Triple C.
George Langston, centre half, is immense. Nothing's getting by him today.
He is an enforcer at the back, isn't he? Absolutely is.
For a young man as well, fantastic.
He's had a sliding block out for a corner, and he's had another block that's gone out for another corner. Altrincham have had 4 corners in literally the last 2 minutes. Whips one in, poorly defended by Eastleigh. There's a scuffle in the 6-yard box, and there's going to be a penalty to Altrincham. Players surround the referee. An Eastleigh player gets a yellow card. I'm not really, to be honest, Wayne, even sure what happened there. The ball was poorly cleared from the corner, then the ball came back into the 6-yard box. It was on the floor. There were Altrincham players, there were Eastleigh players fighting for it. I don't know, was it a shirt pulled? I didn't see a body go down.
Mate, what it was a good corner. It was a corner just clipped. We didn't pick up on the edge. It's headed in. Their players got his back to goal, and he's been pulled to the ground. He's got half a spin. He's got half a turn on it. And here comes their little magic man with the penalty.
No, I'm glad you saw that, because I certainly didn't. I was a bit mind-boggled. It was chaotic at there, but here we go. Altrincham with the ball on the spot. You're right, it is their magic man with his black gloves. Can he find the equaliser here? He's taken a medium run up, 5 yards off the ball. Clark to equalise. Can he do it? And he does. And Altrincham have scored from the penalty spot. The ball neatly tucked away into the bottom right corner. It was a P-roller, to be honest, wasn't it, Wayne? Clark stepped up, did that little hop and a skip, maybe even a jump.
There's a shuffle, put the keeper on on one side and place it down the other.
Gently rolls it into the corner.
That was coming. That's been coming for a good 15 minutes, mate. Definitely coming. We've been under the cosh. Let's see how we react. Come on.
You called it. The pressure was sustained. Altrincham came out this second half well up for this. They were like, right, we're 5th in the National League for a reason. Boys, let's get after it. And we're on 66 minutes, and the game is tied. It is Eastleigh 1, Altrincham 1 here at the Silver Lake. Altrincham scoring from the penalty spot. The Eastleigh defenders under sustained pressure for a good 10 to 15 minutes, really. Well, I guess all second half, to be perfectly honest. Like Wayne said, it felt like it was coming. They had been forced to make a number of blocks on attempts on goal. Corners left, right and centre. Throw-ins right on the edge of the penalty box as well. It was gonna come. Eastleigh now in possession. Free kick halfway inside the Altrincham half. Whips it into the box, but the ball is headed around and cleared by Altrincham, and it's going to be an Altrincham goal kick. That looked like a good opportunity from a good spot. Nothing came of it, and now an Eastleigh player is down, but they look to be okay, we hope.
Well, so mate, let's see what our reaction is. Our reaction's got to be positive now. It started off, and obviously, you don't want to say it, but young Rutherford made a mistake. It give their tails up, they were in, good save, but it's been continuous pressure, and they've smelt blood for a long time, and we just couldn't withstand it, mate.
Yeah, the pressure was relentless, and as well, Altrincham had fresh legs on as well. They made that substitution early in the second half, one striker for another. and although he wasn't involved in the goal action, it was fresh legs and maybe helped force the penalty at least. Altrincham in possession in their own half, with the ball here on the near side, passing it between themselves at the back again. Eastleigh just look a little bit rattled, and the Altrincham fans are making a hell of a lot of noise. Altrincham threading the needle, a low pass into the middle of the Eastleigh half, but dispossessed. Eastleigh now in possession in their own half, but Altrincham are shutting them down so quickly, and Altrincham are now in possession again. Con Clark with the ball halfway into the Eastleigh half. Switchback pass onto the near side. Lewis Banks with the ball on the wing. Elliot Osborne now for the Robins. Back to Banks. Back to Con Clark. Eastleigh under pressure, but managed to dispossess, and now Eastleigh's tried to bring the ball forward, but immediately lose possession just on the edge of the centre circle, and Altrincham had possession again and tried to thread the needle into the Eastleigh box, and they had a running player down the far side, but it was just a little bit too long. But Altrincham very, very good in attack, looking like they could sneak another. Eastleigh are really on their heels at the moment, and they're making a substitution. Jake Taylor's coming off for Eastleigh, and it looks like we've got number 10 Aidan Barlow coming on. Fresh legs in midfield. 1-1 here at the Silver Lake, approaching 70 minutes. Eastleigh with the first half goal through Scott Quigley, not Squat, Scott Quigley on the 12th minute, but Altrincham would equalise it early in the second half from the penalty spots. Slight pause in play for the substitution. Jake Taylor off for Eastleigh, Aidan Barlow is on, and we are back underway. Eastleigh in possession inside the Altrincham half. The pass is too long. Altrincham pick it up. Now they're approaching the halfway mark. A long ball is sent forward, but it's very, very expertly gathered by the Eastleigh keeper, Joe McDonnell. Dior Angus was running onto it, trying to latch on to the end of that long ball on the edge of the Eastleigh box, but not quite quick enough. Joe McDonnell on the edge of his area, able to collect and pass out. Eastleigh now in possession with the ball near side on the halfway mark. What can they do? Can they find a way back into this second half? Because they have been on the back foot. That is good play from Eastleigh down the left channel. It's the substitute now, Aidan Barlow, dribbling the ball into the 6-yard box, and he has what looks like he was trying to get a low cross just into the middle of the penalty area. It's charged down by the Altrincham defender and cleared, but that was a good move from Aidan Barlow, who's just come on.
Yeah, good ball from Rutherford, put him down the wing. He's been positive, he's cut inside and tried to drag it back, but they defended well, but he did get in behind them.
Eastleigh in possession now with the ball on the far side, coming down the right wing. Play the ball into the middle, just outside the box. Paul McCallum picks up the ball in the middle of the penalty area, just off the centre circle. Twisting shot, tries to fire one into the corner of the net on the far side, but it just goes edge of the post, smashes into the advertising hoardings. Eastleigh's best chance of this second half. Quick move against a run of play. Low balls along the ground. Along the ground, along the grass, along the pitch, you know what I mean. Eastleigh in possession with the ball on the far side, down the right wing. They're looking a little bit better now these last couple of minutes since the substitution. What can Eastleigh make of it here? The Spitfires dribbling the ball into the edge of the box now, forced out by the Altrincham defender, but still in possession. Eastleigh down the right side, looping cross comes into the back post, and just over the top of the net and out for goal kick. Eastleigh appealing for the corner, but the 6'6" keeper did not get a hand to it. Goal kick. This is a very, very good game of football, Wayne. This is a good game of football. There's only 2 goals in it, one so far in either half, but both teams well up for this. Loads of energy. It's not boring play, that's for sure.
Good advert, mate. Good advert for National League football, and Altrincham, very, very good side. Take nothing away from them.
Very good side indeed. 15 goals scored away for Altrincham so far this season. 15, that compares to 18 goals scored at home. conceded 13 on the road compared to conceding 10 at home. Good win record though. Good record away, but also a good record at home. It's exactly the same actually. Altrincham have won 4 times at home and away this season. They've also got 4 draws at home and away, and 1 loss at home, and also when the rubber hits the road. So very well balanced team, and they are in possession now on the far side, but well defended by Eastleigh. Throw into Altrincham on the far side, just in line with the edge of the Eastleigh penalty area. Eastleigh now, it's calmed down a little bit for them at the back. It's calmed down a little bit. They've been a bit better going forward this second half, but
corner.
Just holding their own at the back at the moment. But it is Altrincham this second half who are definitely on the front foot.
Let's hope it's not a smash and grab now, Luke. This is important time to try and hold out. And
yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Eastleigh need some of that first half magic. Corner to Altrincham, whips one in high and into the middle of the box. Superb diving header from McCallum to clear, but it only lands as far as an Altrincham player. And he dribbles toward Eastleigh box, but it's a really strong challenge from the Eastleigh defender. And now here come Eastleigh down this near left side, down the wing. It's the substitute Aidan Barlow, but he's dispossessed just over the halfway line. And now it's Altrincham again in possession. They switch the play over to the far side of the field. Now they're dribbling into the Eastleigh box. And a strong challenge from an Eastleigh defender. Altrincham appeal for a penalty. That's not happening. The ref is like, no way, play on. Eastleigh clear. 30 seconds of intense action now, Wayne. Altrincham in possession.
Unbelievable.
Back and forth this, isn't it? Back and forth.
Barlow should have been a bit more positive. It was a heavy touch.
He looked like he lost a bit of confidence, didn't he? Barlow, the sub, charging down his left wing in space, one-on-one. Little bit of heavy touch, like you say. I'll get back to that in a minute, because Altrincham with the ball on the inside of Altrincham, the Altrincham midfielder, he was on the far side, just inside the Eastleigh penalty area, had a shot, bounced off the backside of an Eastleigh defender.
Like Chris Maguire, like their 10. They're like little Messis, aren't they?
They are rapid. The twitch and the acceleration.
Low centre of gravity. They just, you can't get near them.
They're like 0 to 80 miles an hour within a second.
And it's a pleasure to watch at times, mate. Even though, from our point of view, their player, their 10, I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, Wayne, if I'm going onto the field right now and doing a sprint like that, I'm pulling a hamstring within half a second. It's not what you need. These are fit lads out
there. I won't
here.
tell you what I'll be pulling.
Right, that's for after the watershed. Altrincham in possession, just passing it back to the keeper now. Trying to find their way forward. Calm down a little bit. That assault on the Eastleigh defence certainly calmed down, but Altrincham on top in this second half. 1-1, 76 minutes we're approaching. 1-1 at the Silver Lake. Eastleigh with that goal in the first half. Altrincham with that goal early in the second half from the penalty spot. It's all square, but Eastleigh now in possession, driving the ball forward halfway into the Altrincham half now with the ball on the far side. Cross comes in. McCallum was in the box there. Look, he's waiting for the cross, maybe to launch himself up for a header. But I've got to be honest, Wayne, it looked like he had an Altrincham player tugging his shirt, pulling him down a little bit. But ball sailed out. Referee, no whistle. Scrappy in midfield now. Great challenge from.
Good. Off you go, son. Go on.
Eastleigh in possession, trying to thread the needle into the Altrincham box.
Here we go.
McCallum with the downwards header, cleared by Altrincham. Whoa, this is end-to-end stuff now.
We're certainly giving it a go, mate.
We are absolutely giving it a go. I say we, I mean Eastleigh. Ball comes in again. That's Aidan Barlow, the Eastleigh substitute, with a low cross that went into the Altrincham box, into the 6-yard box, cleared by the Robins, who are now on their heels. And Eastleigh with a bit of momentum. What can they make of this? They've got a corner on the near side. Eastleigh looking better. Here comes the cross, near side from the corner. It's low and toward the near post, and it's a bit rubbish, to be honest. And it's cleared by Altrincham.
That's where you got a little bit of quality with Maguire as well, isn't it? It's
yeah, you're absolutely right there, Wayne. Absolutely. And it was Chris Maguire, the Eastleigh star man, who had to come off
By the way, mate, I think it's precautionary. He felt something by his knee up into a little bit by his hamstring, so not too sure what it was. Yeah, safe than sorry, mate.
Exactly.
Game Tuesday night, might be available for that, so hopefully, mate, you know, it was damage limitations.
Absolutely, yeah. Better safe than sorry. Maguire went off 2/3 of the way into that first half. He'd been an absolute menace all over the field, and but he had to come off. Felt a twinge in the right leg, it was, wasn't it? The right leg. Altrincham in possession, passing it out from the keeper. Big long ball up to the centre circle. Con Clark pulls it down. They switch play to the near side here. Lewis Banks for the Robins, passes neatly over to Elliot Osborne. Eastleigh dispossessed. Aidan Barlow, the substitute, now driving forward with the ball over the halfway line, over the centre circle. But they're dispossessed. So, those link-up passes for Eastleigh are just not happening at the moment. They're finding themselves in good positions, on the ball, with the ball at their feet on the floor. Not enough blue shirts forward. Here come Altrincham with the ball halfway into the Eastleigh half, on the edge of the Eastleigh penalty area, finding their way into the Eastleigh penalty area on the far side, driving down the touchline, but it is blocked by an Eastleigh defender, fizzes up low into the air and cleared by Eastleigh down the far side now. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Again, as ever, always love to hear from you. You can get in touch today. Just let us know how you're feeling about your team, whether they're, well, on a break or playing today. You can message us on Twitter. Find us at Solent Sport. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, Eastleigh can creep into the National League top 10 with at least a point today. If Rochdale and Oldham lose, we can tell you some of those results a little bit later. All three of those teams on 24 points respectively. Can Eastleigh get something out of today and kick on? They could do with a big win, and this would be a big win if they can topple 5th place Altrincham. The ball just being switched back and forth around midfield at the moment. And let me tell you about Rochdale then. Rochdale drawing at the moment, 1-1 with Aldershot. Oldham are 1-0 up on Woking, so as it stands at the moment, Eastleigh won't creep into the top 10, I don't think. But still plenty to play. 80 minutes, 10 minutes of regular time left, 1-1, pause in play. Altrincham with a player down, although I don't think he's injured, I think his boot's fallen off.
He's just booked Barlow for that, and it's his first thing he's done, and it's, honestly, just some of these referees, I don't know where they get them from, mate.
The referee has been a little bit more active this second half, hasn't he? He's been flashing his cards, blowing his whistle. He's definitely been getting a bit more involved, Dean Watson. This is his 9th match of the season in all competitions. He's dished out 31 cards up until now, but I think he's probably on about 32, 33 after this game.
More like 36, 37, he's consistent with it.
Altrincham had the ball down here on the near side and were trying to get a cross in, but good pressure from the Eastleigh defender. Well, it wasn't actually the Eastleigh defender, it was the substitute Aidan Barlow in midfield. Forces the wayward cross that just loops over the goal and out the back, and it's going to be a goal kick to Eastleigh. Just under 9 minutes of regular time left, and it's 1-1 here at the Silver Lake. The Altrincham fans doing all they can, as well as the Eastleigh fans, to cheer their team on to a win here. Both look like they could score. It's not been a dull game, that's for sure. It's not been a game short of chances. Both goalkeepers have had to work. They've been tested. They've been forced into making some saves as well. And the ball rolls out for what looks like, well, I'm not sure. It's going to be either an Eastleigh or an Altrincham throw in here on the near side, halfway into the Altrincham half, but there is a Robins player down.
Altrincham, he's trying to get Barlow sent off. It's only a throw in. There's nothing wrong with him.
He's fine. He was down making a bit of a meal of it, and now he's up again.
Because Barlow's just been booked. That's not good gamesmanship. That's he needs to have a serious word with himself.
Cheeky, innit?
And a foul throw, and he picked that up. Look.
Altrincham in possession on the near side, passing it back to their keeper, who's going to hoof it downfield, and it crosses the halfway line. Eastleigh now in possession, halfway into the Altrincham half. That's a nice ball forward. Eastleigh in possession just outside the penalty area. That is the big goal scorer, Scott Quigley, as well, who passes it back to Barlow, who has a shot on goal from just outside the box, and it's deflected and it goes over the crossbar and it goes out for a corner. You've called it. I was trying, you know what, Wayne, just then I was like, I know the ball's gone out and it's gone out over the goal, but how do I describe that? Over the crossbar? It's gone out. It's a corner to Eastleigh on the far side. Less than 8 minutes left. 1-1 at the Silver Lake. The corner comes in. It's a rubbish corner again.
Right, man, again, like I say,
Eastleigh needs to make the most of these opportunities. That is the second corner this half.
Look at this, offside! Offside! Offside, Lino! Shut up, he was offside.
As you could probably hear, many calls
offside.
for offside there as Altrincham on the break after that corner was cleared by Altrincham. Eastleigh players are running back with one Altrincham player chasing, but the linesman flag stayed down. Couldn't be swayed by the fans or Wayne Shaw himself here in the commentary booth. Altrincham in possession, near side, edge of the Eastleigh box. Poor pass, goes out for a goal kick. Cheers from the Eastleigh fans. Sloppy from Altrincham, who aren't as good coming forward now as they were in the early portion of this second half. They've maybe run out of energy or whatever energy drink they were sinking from a keg after doing headstands at half time. I'm sure they weren't doing that. That's probably after the game. Goal kick Eastleigh.
10 to 15 minutes after the full-time whistle.
Can they find a goal? Can they get back ahead in this match?
Thank you.
Ball was hoofed down the field by Joe McDonnell. Eastleigh in possession. Aidan Barlow down the left channel on the near side. Dispossessed. The Altrincham defence strong and sturdy. Passing the ball along the floor between themselves. Lots of short passes now. That long ball that they were trying to link up with in that first half is long gone. Altrincham in possession, in space on the far side, about to cross the halfway line. Threading the ball down the left channel. Enough blue shirts back, but they're failing to make the challenge at the moment. Almost look a bit hesitant to stick a foot in. That's Chris Clark on the ball again for the Robins, causing disruption. It's like he's got a bit of Velcro on the toe of his boot, and there's a bit of Velcro on the ball. Amazing close control from the Robins winger, but he is dispossessed. Eastleigh now crossing halfway, 2-on-2. This is Scott Quigley bringing the ball forward, edge of the box, passes to McCallum. McCallum has a shot, and it's 3-1.
Get in there! Yes!
So totally against the run of play. I think Wayne Shaw's happy. Against the run of play, Eastleigh with the ball. Scott Quigley brings the ball over the halfway line, through the centre circle, isn't shut down. 2-on-2 situation. He charges forward, accelerates to the edge of the Altrincham box, central position. Two Altrincham players try to shut him down. Cheeky little pass off to the left, off to Paul McCallum, who fires a low stinger just on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it goes under the keeper and into the back of the net. It is Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1, with about 4 minutes of regular time left. I think Wayne has just caught his breath. What are you saying, Wayne, then? Come on.
Mate, fantastic. Well, I ain't getting carried away, mate, but there's an important 5 minutes coming up now.
Wait a minute, you're not getting carried away?
No, not now.
You're not, are you?
I'm relaxed now. I'm back down. What a goal. What a finish.
Moment. That
Two
was
centre
a
forwards
moment.
have scored. Come on.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Eastleigh now on the front foot. Got to protect this lead. This will be probably one of their biggest wins of the season, I think. Certainly one of the biggest wins in recent weeks. Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. George is brilliant. Come on, Georgie. We'll get you over the line.
It's livened up here at the Silver Lake. It's Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1.
That's why we love it. Under pressure for 30 minutes and then bang!
Just over 3 minutes left. Bang, exactly. That was an absolutely stunning link-up sequence play there from the Spitfires against the run of play. And now Eastleigh are gonna make a substitution. I don't know about this, Wayne. You know what? I think to myself, when you've just scored and you've got the momentum, Do you put the fresh legs on, or does that take a bit of a sting out of the momentum that you've got? I'm not sure.
We're just going to sit in there.
Right, let's get that then. It's Sam Roscoe who comes on for Eastleigh, and he's
just play the time down a bit, then I'm using the sub now.
The Eastleigh keeper hoofs one over halfway. Altrincham in possession. They launch one forward across the halfway line. Eastleigh clear. The ball around midfield. Scrappy back and forth. Ball in the air. Headers, volleys, looping passes. Eastleigh in possession on the far side, with the ball driving towards the Altrincham box now. Holding the ball up at the corner flag.
Tell you one more, mate. Quigley, what a superb run. He picked that ball up inside his own half and drove straight through the middle of their defence. McCallum pulled away, laid it to McCallum, slotted it past the keeper. Love it.
That was an absolutely beautiful run of play. And he's an absolute unit, isn't he, Quigley? You know, when you see someone that big steaming towards you, you don't really want to take him on, to be perfectly honest with you. It's quite intimidating.
That's a corner, come on.
That's a big dude.
Last couple of minutes, come on.
Eastleigh with a corner now on the far side, right underneath the floodlights by the scoreboard. We're on approaching the 89th minute. Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1. Eastleigh 11th in the National League, Altrincham 5th. Remember, Altrincham unbeaten in 10 league games. I don't want to get carried away.
No, fantastic. Listen, come on, we'll see this out. 5 more minutes it'll be, come on.
Taking their time now with this corner. Don't know where the ball is. Oh, it's just down.
Throw in now, mate. Throw in.
A throw in, not a corner.
Throw in. Just going to keep it in that corner.
Good eye. And you haven't even got your glasses on.
Not yet. I think I need them, mate. I think the referee does as well. Woohoo!
He loves it, Danny Wayne. He blooming loves it. He's not holding back.
That's what it's all about. Passionate and desire. Come on!
Full of fire. He's cooking. Eastleigh in possession now.
That's why we love this game.
On the far side. It is a beautiful game. This has been a beautiful game.
90% is not very good, rubbish, but that 10% is what we got now. Come on!
Can Eastleigh hold on to this win? They are looking in fine shape the last 10 minutes after really surviving an onslaught at the beginning of this second half. The Robins, they came out and they were on the attack, relentless. That's how they earned their penalty.
They push 4 up now. They're gambling now.
Altrincham in possession, crossing the halfway line on the near side. Low pass down the left wing, driving into the Eastleigh box, and the Robins player takes a tumble just inside the box. He's maybe looking for a penalty there, but the referee's like, no way.
4 minutes, come on, boys.
Rolls out for an Eastleigh goal kick. I don't think you'd call this a bounce-back win for Eastleigh, because it was a draw last week. I mean, they had the 2 losses before that, but this would be a significant win. Eastleigh goal kick, time winding down. We're into stoppage time now. Joe McDonnell hoofs it downfield. The Robins and a Spitfire player launch themselves in the air for the header, but it goes over to both of them. The Robins now hoof the ball across midfield. There's a lot of hoofing. I keep saying hoofing, but a lot of long balls.
Take your time, that's good. 3 minutes, mate, 3 minutes, come on.
Crossing the halfway line. Now it's Altrincham in possession.
It's our free kick, mate, don't worry about that.
Not, we're laughing. Across the heart, just in line on the halfway line from the far side.
Brought to you by today's matchday sponsor, Inkscape.
George, come on.
Put your hands together for number 12, George Langston.
I know a player, don't I? I know a player.
You said it. He has been an absolute boss in defence for the Spitfires today. A couple of crucial blocks he made as well in the beginning of this second half when the Robins were really piling on the pressure. He did make George Langston in the Spitfires defence some crucial blocks that went out for throw-ins and corners. He was sliding all over the place. If he was wearing a white kit, it would be green from the grass stains.
He'd be a goalkeeper, wouldn't he?
No, come on now. He would be. You got to say that. I'm white knuckling here, Wayne. I'm telling you, I'm holding on tight. I'm white knuckling.
That's what we love about it. Come on. And it's still our throw in, mate.
Altrincham
2 minutes
ago.
ago.
Tired now. They look tired. It looks like they've done a number of trips up the stairs or the multi-storey car park with ankle weights on. Their legs look heavy. Not much happening. Ball on the floor, far side, in the Altrincham half by the corner flag. And it goes out for another throw.
How many got up front now? 5? Oh no, still 4 up front for them.
Eastleigh throw in. And Eastleigh with the ball inside the Altrincham box. Ball's on the ground, dispossessed. Goal kick Altrincham. The Eastleigh player runs in front of the ball before the keeper's trying to take it. And the keeper pushes the Eastleigh player in the back, but it's all good. Altrincham in possession now, here on the near side. Send the ball forward, and that looked like a dangerous ball. And it was their danger man, Con Clark again, who, from the halfway line for the Robins on this near side, sent a looping cross. Well, it's not really a cross.
I've got to say,
through ball, isn't it, over the top?
He has been fantastic for them, hasn't he?
I feel like
the 10, he has been superb.
He's done his best, hasn't he?
He's been brilliant. It's been a pleasure to watch the young man.
He's done
but not as good as our Georgie.
Not as good as your Georgie. You've said it. He has done all he can, though. I tell you what, Con Clark, he's been the electric danger man for the Robins. He's done all he can, playing that point guard quarterback position to thread the needle, find those final balls, trying to feed his teammates up front, but they've not been able to really break down this Eastleigh defence. Minutes left, not minutes, maybe minutes and seconds left. About 90 seconds left, I think. Maybe not even that. Eastleigh 2-1. Can they hold on? Can they hold on here?
Let them have it here. Let them have it. Come on.
Altrincham in possession, bringing the ball forward halfway into the Eastleigh half on the near side. Spinning on a dime. That's Lee Hodson turning with the ball at his feet. Eastleigh have everyone back. Con Clark on the ball, shut down by McCullum, allowed to work in a little bit of space. And they thread.
That's it.
The
all
Robins
over.
Yeah! Collected by the Eastleigh keeper, Joe McDonnell. Eastleigh win at the Silver Lake. 2-1 over Altrincham. The winner was scored by Paul McCullum in this second half. He was fed by Scott Quigley, the man who scored the goal in the first half. It was a fantastic second goal from the Spitfires against the run of play. Really strong move forward through the Altrincham half, and then the last minute pass off to McCullum in the box, who slid, fired, popped a low shot off underneath the Altrincham keeper. Those 3 points could move them up into the National League top 10. We'll have to check what happened to the scores elsewhere. Thoughts, Wayne Shaw?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Didn't we weather the storm second half? Great performance defensively from the goalkeeper right the way through. Defended from the front, and the 2 strikers scored a goal. And like I say, mate, a massive 3 points and a great advert for non-league football. And oh, mate, it was just a great game, end to end. We've done our jobs well today, and you know what I mean, I'm proud of the boys, I'm proud of the manager, I'm proud to be associated with Eastleigh Football Club. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And you know what, Wayne is absolutely right. This was a brilliant game from both sides. It could have gone either way, but Eastleigh just that much better, especially when they were coming forward. Pure acceleration, taking no prisoners. The one worry, I guess, is that slight injury niggle picked up by Eastleigh starman Chris Maguire in the first half, but we hope he's all good, and maybe they were just being cautious. But this is a great win for the Spitfires after a shaky few weeks in league play. I don't want to get carried away, but a little bit shaky. A draw and a pair of losses. Boss Richard Hill now has 4 wins, a draw and 3 losses this season, since officially taking over as permanent boss for the 3rd time. Eastleigh now lead that head-to-head over Altrincham. 4 wins to their 3. The fans applauding both sets of teams, who are now walking out down to the dugout. That is a superb win for the Spitfires. It's ended here at the Silver Lake. Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1.